Welcome to Antigua. Welcome to Antigua, the gem of the Caribbean. Beautiful ocean waters, lovely sunset. Excellence in beauty as you can enjoy the best. We are welcoming you to the West Indies Retired Players Association Foundation game, saluting the legends of West Indies cricket. West Indies Legends versus Antigua Legends here at the Coolidge Cricket Grounds here in beautiful Antigua. We are witnessing something that is special here at the Coolidge Cricket Grounds, and you're seeing the background we have here at the Coolidge Cricket Grounds, a scenario in which the best of the West Indian players of the past years would be coming together for a special cause here in Antigua. Earlier we did the toss. Let's go to see who will be batting, who will be bowling as we join Darrin Ganga.
Hello and welcome to this very exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon. We're getting set for the toss for this encounter between the West Indies Legends and the Antiguan Legends. Well, I've got the men who matter the most out with me. Sir Vivian Richards, the captain of the Antiguan Legends. We also have Jimmy Adams, the captain of the West Indies Legends. We have Bertil Baltimore, who will witness the toss. The home captain, I presume, will flip. Sir Vivian Richards.
Let me see if I still got the touch.
Heads is the call. It's head. So Vivian, you win the toss. What are you going to do?
Well, I'm not quite sure as yet, but the most important thing, we'll have a ball, I think, first,
Very well. Jimmy, how do you respond to that, having to bat first?
It's a good wicket, so I don't mind batting first.
Now tell me a little bit about this West Indies Retired Players Foundation. Yes, supporting the retired players. How important is this game in the context of West Indian cricket?
I think it's a great initiative. Over the years, we have had players, who sometimes hit hard times. And when you have a gesture like this, I believe it only serves good for the future. And let's hope that we get support, and that's the most important thing, and that people understand at times, people who would have given their all for the region, that at times they don't need help. So reach out.
Yeah, Jimmy, Antigua, your adopted home as Director of Cricket for Cricket West Indies. What will this match mean for the people of Antigua and Barbuda?
Well, I think it's good PR for the country, first of all, and I echo Viv's sentiments that I think it's a very worthy cause. We tend to sometimes forget some of our past players who are facing difficulties. And I think it's good to have this program, and hopefully the program itself can go from strength to strength.
So Viv, on a lighter note, I know you're among some of your peers, some of the players you would have played alongside. Which are your favorite players in this particular contest?
Well, there's quite a lot. Jimmy, for sure. There's a whole lot of Antiguans and Barbudans who would have represented the West Indies as well. We have Winston and the lot. Richie, I think, will be here later. Captain as well. So this island pack a punch.
And Jimmy, we often hear about a reunion in different spheres of life. This is somewhat of a reunion for a lot of players. How important is this to you to reflect on maybe your memories of the past?
Well, I think it's a definite perk for most of us. We've come here to support a worthy cause, but the added bonus for us is meeting people and seeing people that we haven't met up with for a long time. So it's a win-win.
Okay, there you have it, folks. The decision out in the middle. Antiguan Legends, they've won the toss and they will bowl first.
The Antigua Legends, they won the toss. So Viv spinning the toss, winning the toss, but they have elected to insert the West Indies Legends. I'm Seth Burton, and with me is Zorel Bartley, the former West Indies B-team captain. Zorel, pretty much a good picture there. The Antigua Barbuda Legends, they're there taking their shot, and they have just been joined by Sir Andy Roberts.
Good evening, Seth. Good evening to the viewers. A lot of nostalgia here. Look into that picture, you see Sir Curtly, Sir Vivian, Sir Richie, Sir Andy Roberts, and all of those players, probably with the exception of Wilden Cornwall, who I think is playing with this team, would have represented the West Indies. So certainly an island of 108 square miles can be very, very proud of producing all of those players dating back to 1974.
Excellent stuff. And amongst them, you would see Sir Viv, along with Curtly. There is also Kenny Benjamin, Eldine Baptist, Winston Benjamin, Kerry Jeremy, that's Dave Joseph. Also the former West Indies middle order batsman, Hamish Anthony, the former all-rounder. And they will be taking the field, and that is significant. Zorel, the guys, what would the matter of fitness be? They're going out there, they have decided to bowl, even though they have not played for a while.
Well, I don't think fitness comes into the equation at all. This is very much a fundraiser. This is very much about the old-timers of Antigua and West Indies cricket. Coming out here to show that, yes, they can still get around the park, but the ultimate objective is to earn funds. It's a fundraiser, it's a charity event, to earn funds for West Indies past players who, for whatever reason, may have fallen on hard times.
So Winston Benjamin there, as we look at him, he is a fit guy. I have had the opportunity of playing against Winston, and he's really fit and still in things. The openers, though, for the West Indies legends would be Jimmy Adams and Sherwin Campbell. But Winston is super fit, and next to Winston you're seeing Anthony Martin, the former leg spinner. So interesting scenario.
You know, you're talking about Winston Benjamin. Over the last couple of days, a lot of comparisons have been made between Winston Benjamin and Jofra Archer in terms of the languidness of their approach to the wicket, their wrist position, their delivery, etc. So it would be nice to see Winston. Not only that, but of recent times, Winston has his son, Rai Benjamin, who has set the third fastest 400-meter hurdles in the world. And so the whole the athletic nature of Winston will be very much on play here this evening.
Well, Winston Benjamin also plays currently in wind ball cricket, and he keeps himself fit. It's amazing the way in which he goes. So you're looking at him, you're also looking at Anthony Martin. So the opening pair would be Jimmy Adams and Robert Haynes. And Robert Haynes, you know, is the chairman of selectors, and Jimmy Adams is the director of cricket. So pretty much an interesting scenario.
Yeah, turning back the clock, definitely. Robert Haynes, the former West Indies all-rounder. Jimmy Adams, the former West Indies captain, dominant left-handed batsman in his day. It's just so much nostalgia, as I said before. You know, it's going to be exciting just to watch these players come out. The crowd is actually coming in. It's something that has developed quite an interest. It's been the talk of the town for the last few days as Antigua prepares itself and anticipates for the first test match starting on Thursday. The West Indies Players Association had its award ceremony last night. The Indian players were there, the West Indies A team, the West Indies senior team, the West Indies women's team. So it's a great celebration of what is best about West Indies cricket at this time.
Yes. So Jimmy is there. His beard color would have changed quite a bit. Still the left-handed batsman, and Robert Haynes at the other end, the striker's end, also a left-handed batsman, very tall left-handed batsman from Jamaica. He's actually the chairman of selectors here for the West Indies team, and Winston Benjamin will be starting the bowling. Here is he. Wow. Out caught. First ball. Winston Benjamin takes Robert Haynes. First ball, Anthony Martin taking the catch. 1 wicket down, and you can sense it that Antigua legends would be feeling happy. Winston Benjamin celebrates. Kenny Benjamin comes on the field to join the celebration, and it is fun.
Chairman, the interim chairman of selectors, Robert Haynes. Back of a line delivery from Winston Benjamin. Didn't give himself any sighters. That is the way Robert Haynes played in his day. Look at that. Almost halfway down the pitch, but he was going through the line, looking to hit it over the offside. First delivery. I know he did indicate he may have a meeting this evening with the president.
So Robert Haynes goes for the duck, and incoming is Sherwin Campbell, the former West Indian opener, the Barbadian. This is amazing. One ball, one run. He got a duck, and Winston Benjamin celebrates.
They may have done Robert Haynes some disservice, sending him to open. Here you have Sherwin Campbell, a renowned opening batsman, coming in at number 3, hiding from Winston Benjamin, hiding from the new ball. But I'm sure Winston Benjamin has other ideas.
I would tell you the secret that Robert Haynes told me since yesterday, that he will be opening the batting, or he'll be opening the bowling. He's doing whatever he has to do early. So Sherwin Campbell is there, umpire Bertel Baltimore, also the former Antiguan opener, is presiding. So wide, the first run, they're on their way.
And if you want to have a look at the Antiguan bowling attack, there's Gavin Tongue, there's Kerry Jeremy, there's Sir Curtly Ambrose, there's
Hamish Anthony
Martin, Hamish Anthony. So a lot of bowlers to call on Antigua.
Another wide. So Winston Benjamin taking a wicket first ball and then conceding 2 wides. So it's 2 for 1. 2 extras, and Winston Benjamin, you can see him wringing the hand. So Adams gets bat onto that one.
I think Jimmy is probably just glad to get a sighter, to get it in the middle of the bat. Came forward onto the front foot.
Well, he's beaten there. Winston Benjamin is still looking good. And he's having fun, but he's wringing the hand. Here is the way. Here is that one, leaving him the last ball.
Certainly isn't going to get an LBW decision to that. You see Kerry Jeremy on screen. Would have played some one-day internationals for the West Indies.
So Jimmy Adams gets off the mark. Struggled to get through for the single. At the end of the over, it's not. We have 1 delivery remaining. It's really exciting out there. Spectators are coming in. So Sherwin Campbell gets off the mark. And the West Indies legends, after the first over, they're 4 for 1. With Robert Haynes, the man, going down to Winston Benjamin.
At the end of the first over, we would have seen the fall of the wicket of Robert Haynes. He was caught at mid-off by Anthony Martin off Winston Benjamin's first delivery. We look at the West Indies legends batting. Looking forward to Pete Atherton. Ian Bishop is in the squad. Irvin Dillon, Darrin Ganga, Roland Holder. A good representation.
And the man who is preparing to come is Curtly Ambrose. So Curtly Ambrose. Well, he had a shave on the head. The last time I saw Curtly, he had all the hair on, and he's having that big, huge smile. Oh, he beats him. So Curtly still has it.
Languid up to the crease. I'm sure at the end of the evening, he will tell you a thing or two different. Maybe a little stiff in the arm.
Well, I know these guys would be struggling. That is really pure fun. So Curtly means that they would not get the singles. Stood in front of Jimmy Adams and had Jimmy Adams in a tangle.
I think Jimmy Adams was trying to work out how he is going to turn around on that bad leg and get back in the crease. Oh, that's pulled away but stopped.
down on the fine leg boundary by Kerry Jeremy. Sherwin Campbell still looks good.
Might have been one of the first times that Sherwin Campbell had the opportunity to hook Curtly Ambrose. Took the opportunity. It's still Curtly Ambrose. It's still a ball 5.5 ounces. Not wearing a helmet, not inside of it. Helped it down to long leg.
So Jimmy Adams is content to block, but it's not easy. Even at this age, Curtly Ambrose showing that he still has a measure of accuracy. Hamish Anthony, backward point, Ridley Jacobs, the wicketkeeper. They're all bringing together the Antiguan players from the 90s during that period. So Curtly started back in 1986, sorry, for the West Indies.
1988, I think it was.
For the West Indies,
For the
but
West Indies.
1986 for the Leewards.
Of the Antiguan legends playing, I think Winston Benjamin would have been the first one. Those on the field. Winston Benjamin started in 1987.
Just
I
before
don't
Sir Curtly.
I don't see Eldine Baptiste.
Yes, Eldine has been there at the start, and he would have started in 83 along with Sir Richie Richardson. And it would have been Sir Vivian Andy who started at the beginning in the 70s. I think Eldine is sitting in the pavilion. And Dave Joseph now, who stands at first slip, would have come in 1999.
Think of all the Antiguan players that have played for the West Indies present this evening. Probably only Adam Stanford would be the only one who would be missing.
And so Campbell gets a single. Not in control. But you also mentioned missing, I think Devon Thomas would also be missing. He's in Jamaica. I know he's leaving Jamaica today, but would have been set. Still eligible. Someone says he's too young. Could be considered current. Well, Jimmy is looking aggressive. Usually he pushes it around, but he wants to get along, get on with it. Was able to at least get something down to fine leg.
Looking to utilize the power play, I suppose, 6 overs. Looking to get to the boundary. Wouldn't want to be running too many singles.
Wrapped on the pad, loud appeal from Winston Benjamin.
No DRS to go to. And in this charity game, don't expect that decisions that maybe umpires call.
Winston
Let's
Benjamin
have a look at that one.
Lovely delivery.
Maybe umpires call. Don't expect those to go in favor of the bowlers this evening.
And they're striding through. This time they get a single, getting through. Sylvester Joseph in the covers. It's really a moment to savor Zoral Bartley. Amid whatever the score may be, whatever the situation may be in terms of results, just bringing them together is special.
It certainly is, and I think the crowd has acknowledged it. Coming in, setting up their picnic areas on the lawn.
So it's 9 for 1 after 3. They're going at 3 runs per over. Campbell on 4, Jimmy Adams on 3. So we would see that lovely background, the Sticky Wicket restaurant, the Antigua Barbuda team, Sir Viv Richards, the captain, non-playing captain, Sir Andy Roberts, Richie Richards, Sir Curtly Ambrose, Eldine Baptiste, Ridley Jacobs, Sylvester Joseph, and Sir Curtly comes in.
Stay there for me.
What is amazing for me is that Sir Curtly usually does not bowl wide and no balls, and he hasn't conceded the widers yet, and he has not played for how long?
There's some things you don't lose. He hasn't put an ounce of fat on either.
And Jimmy Adams still looks good. Angling that one, but couldn't take the single.
Jimmy Adams is the director of cricket. So I think he owes the public the opportunity to show that even though he doesn't play often, that he still knows what to do.
Oh, he goes big, aggressively. 4 runs, the first boundary.
And for the first time in his life, Jimmy Adams would have charged Curtly Ambrose. Took the outer edge, squirted over back with a point and picked up 4 runs.
And Sir Curtly doesn't like that. He stands in the middle. Let's charge. That's the first one. He angled that one. Hamish Anthony did the fielding. And then came that big charge. And Curtly Ambrose is having fun with Jimmy. Jimmy charging Sir Curtly. The ball splicing off the outside edge down to backward point for 4. He's getting a single now. Winston Benjamin feeling. Winston Benjamin still showing all that level of athleticism.
Almost as if it was prearranged. Next delivery, good length, good line, forward this defensive shot. Some respect.
Winston Benjamin is still, as I mentioned, he's the coach of the Leeward Islands team. Here is Sir Curtly. Sir Curtly as though he's enjoying it. That's Kerry Jeremy, the former West Indies one-day player. Sir Curtly with that well-known hairstyle, with that little puff at the back. Well, Campbell also charges, but it's down to Anthony Martin who fields. So Sir Curtly will have his time seeing seeing the guys charging him. And after 4 overs, 15 for 1, an improvement in the scoring rate. 6 runs coming off the 4th over. Ambrose is second.
Campbell's and Adams getting comfortable, using their feet to Ambrose.
So the Antigua team, after Sir Viv, Sir Curtly, Sir Richie, and Andy Roberts, Eileen Baptist, Ridley Jacobs, Sylvester Joseph, Dave Joseph, Anthony Martin, Winston Benjamin, and Gavin Tong. And we would also later on look at their career. Ridley Jacobs is also out there as the wicket-keeper batsman. Gavin Tong is going to pick up the attack from Winston Benjamin. So Gavin Tong, who has been the more recent West Indian player.
Wide ball.
He both starts with a wide. Curtly Ambrose bowled 2 overs without a wide. And Gavin Tong, more recent in his career, played his solitary test in Australia in 2005.
Wide.
Another wide, down the leg side again.
I think he started wide and then wider.
So what would you say to Sir Curtly after he had all pitched in the right positions, or even Winston Benjamin, his former coach? This one strikes him on the pad, but a leg by for the West Indies legends. Interesting, Zoral, we had a West Indian player an Antiguan former West Indian player who was walking around the field. That one which struck him on the pad, it was definitely going down the leg side. Jimmy Adams showing some level of fitness, coming through for the singles within the ropes.
Seems to be struggling with a knee, but once he stroked it up, the man was deep at mid-off, picked up the single. See Sylvester Joseph in the picture.
So I'm back about a man who was with the Legends team, the Antigua Legends, walked around the boundary, but he will join us in the commentary box.
Wide.
The 3rd wide from Gavin Tong. He has bowled more wides than Winston Benjamin in his first over. So Kenny Benjamin will join us in the commentary box. He would like to be bowling 2 balls out there. Oh, lovely pull shot from Sherwin Campbell. Powerfully pulled for 4.
Certainly rolled back the clock on that occasion. Saw a short delivery from Gavin Tongue and pulled it, swiveled early and pulled it hard, just behind square. Lovely shot for 4.
Rolling back the years. Bold! Immediately after, Tongue lines him up and went straight through. Perhaps saying, you need a contest, I'll give you a contest. Campbell goes for 9. The West Indies legends 24 for 2 in over number 5.
Well, ball, good comeback there from Gavin Tongue. Pitched on about centre and off and hitting off. Well bowled, seemed away from him. As Campbell departs, you see Keith Atherton, Leeward Island's favourite, left-hander from Nevis, striding out to the crease. So the West Indies legends have lost their second wicket. A wicket there for Gavin Tongue.
Yes, they lost their first and then their second as Keith Atherton comes out. The Division left-handed batsman, highest score of 157 in tests against the Aussies. And he looks fit, still looks trim. And so Keith Atherton takes his position. Ball back, Winston Benjamin to field. So Sir Viv Richards will be joining us. Once again on the pads. That's the end of over number 5, 24 for 2. And we would just be going through the batting card because the West Indies legends were sent in by Sir Viv Richards. Jimmy Adams remains not out on 9. Keith Atherton is yet to score. Robert Haynes, he got a duck. Caught off the bowling of Winston Benjamin, and then Sherwin Campbell bowled by Gavin Tongue. Sir Viv, you're the captain of the Antigua legends, but you're the non-playing captain. How is the feeling in a situation like this?
Well, we brought a little bit of the golf or tennis where you have the non-playing captain. And what I think is so important is just the whole format in itself and being here to give some support. You know, as you see, I'm very pleased so far to see the individuals who would have turned up. Not just the spectators, but the players themselves. And it's quite wide range of individuals who would have done Antigua and Barbuda proud. And I'm rather elated to be part of that whole process.
Well, Adams goes over the top again. 4 runs through the covers. Hamish Anthony, not right up to the bat, short of a length. And Jimmy Adams really gave it the full flow of the bat. And Jimmy Adams, as though he has not lost touch.
Maybe that's why he's director of West Indies cricket. You know, it's still know how to swing the bat, and he's still looking fit as well. You know, I guess if you keep yourself fit enough, you can accomplish such things. You know, and it's looking good. And I think with the start that they would have had, and they would have lost an early wicket. They just basically sort of steady the ship at the moment. Yeah.
So on wide, signal by Clancy Mack, also former test umpire. So Sir Viv, this has a lot of potential. Gotten it started. Left alone by Adams, but also you have beyond yourself and Sir Andy, who may opt out, and Eldin Baptist. You actually have a full 11. So a lot of Antiguans would have followed Andy and yourself in playing West Indies cricket.
Yeah, it's great to know all the individuals, you know, the Winstons, the Kennets, and the Ambies, and there's so many guys, the Hamish, I even see Soppy out there as well, and all the guys, man, you know, if I don't mention maybe most of the guys' name, do not take me down for that. All is forgiven.
Keith Arterton getting off the mark. And some of these guys you'd have played with. You'd have played with quite a few of them. Keith Arterton would have come through you in the Leewards team and also in the Test team. Soppy and Ridley would have been after, but you'd have had Eldine and Winston.
And you know, Winston. And all good guys, you know. As I said earlier during the toss, just when we tossed, that if you're looking here at some stats, your eyes may be better than me, Seth.
Yes.
So
Keith Arterton would have scored over 1,900 ODI runs and over 1,300 test runs. And looks good, opening the face. And we're now, well, in fact, Sir Viv will be joined by Denmore Roberts as we continue here.
Well, you know, when we speak, just maybe before you leave, you know, when we speak of individuals who would have made serious contribution to the sporting environment in this country, not forgetting maybe one of your fellow commentators who have just left the seat in Zorel Bartley being a youth captain. So I think he would have started that whole process at youth level, you know, and the other guys took it to the next level.
That's right. Okay.
More runs here for Jimmy Adams. He gets 4. An introducer shot. He didn't mean it to go in that direction, but nonetheless, he wouldn't mind serving.
Anytime you can get runs in a T20 match, and regardless of how they come, it doesn't quite register on the charts, but I think for the run stature in itself, it's always a great moment when you can clear the boundaries or actually get over them.
And definitely, Jimmy Adams looking very good so far. He's been there from the start. 18 runs he's had. Trying to be a little bit cheeky there on that occasion. Good festive occasion though, Sir Viv, and we must remember that in the 70s as well, Hugo would have played at the youth level. Him being from Antigua.
Or captain the Barbados.
The Barbados.
I think,
growing up in Barbados.
Over.
36 for 2 is the total. The West Indies Legends. We've had 7 overs. Crowd coming in very nicely. And talk to us, Sir Viv, about this atmosphere and what does this mean for the future going forward.
Well, I think it's a great start, Denmore. And what you see here tonight, and especially the crowd's interest so far, it is certainly something that we can move forward with in the future. And maybe even for our own individuals here on Ireland, we can actually invent. Wow, that's a good catch.
Caught, yes.
Yeah.
Caught at the gully. Arterton playing loosely at 1, and good catch taken. We look at it again. Hamish Anthony forcing shot straight to the man at gully. Took a smart catch. Gavin Tong.
Those guys still look pretty good in terms of that went pretty sharply. Kid Otterton, I think, lost his grip on the bat, and some reason wasn't in control. And when you offer these catches anyway, they got to be taken. And Gavin Tong took a magnificent catch.
Certainly, and Roland Holder is the man that's coming in. Had a high score of 91 when he played Test, 11 matches, 380 runs. So somebody who has been around, and he's had a lot of runs in first-class cricket, and certainly would want to come and have a good knock this evening.
Well, as you know, he works out of Antigua. The West Indies Cricket Board, obviously based here, so he spent a lot of time here.
And this is a partnership that they have on a daily basis, the manager of cricket and the director. So let's see how they work in tandem.
Well, as you know, Denmark, this is all fun, you know, and the whole nature of the game in itself, you know, and I'm just happy to be here, and just judging from what I see and the interest so far, that I'll have to get myself fit next time out. I don't think I was pretty much ready to be part of this whole process. You know,
we would love for you to be fit
so
and be back out
I'm
there.
going to get myself ready. This, as I said, does have a future. So I'll be looking to getting myself sort of fit again and to come out and at least do something.
And I'm sure you have Kenny Benjamin, who is taking your lead, saying he's also going to be getting fit.
Well, even Kenneth, and we must take our hats off to Kenneth and what, you know, especially your community.
Yes.
And the things that he's trying to achieve there, and all kudos to him. You know, I think it's a marvelous someone who can be paying so much interest in his community. No one else.
Edgin,
That's another good
that
catch.
slip.
Oh, that's Suppy. That's a
Yes.
big catch, and that flew.
Yes,
that
it flew.
The crowd, they're seeing something nostalgic here, man. These are guys, you know, who would have packed it up many moons ago.
Many moons ago. and they're still showing that they have what it takes. That one flew to slip, and as confident as ever. We look at it. Again, short of a length, trying to slash it away, and it really flew to slip, and a good catch taken. So showing that he still has it there by Dave Joseph.
Dave has always had good hands. You know, he's one of these individuals that I've always felt was so highly blessed with talent. You know, I've always been a fan of Dave. It's a pity, and many people would argue as well too that he should have had a little bit some more chances with the Windies. But as you know, sometimes you got to be in the right place when it comes to sport at the right time.
Certainly,
you know?
certainly.
And sometimes the friends that you have around and the friends who you don't have as well also.
I hear you. Darrin Ganga is in. He's the next man to bat. Probably one of the younger guys on the West Indies Legends team. So I'm sure that they'll be pinning a lot of their hopes on him. And he's pushing this one. Could be a chance for a run out here. He gets there in the end. Was struggling to get down. The throw was at the non-strikers and missed the stumps. So he's off the mark. 39 for 4.
As you can see here, Darrin Ganga looking to give the hamstrings a workout. He wasn't in the picture there then, as you can see.
Yes,
that could have been quite...
would have been close. I wonder if they're using the third umpire. I think they're going to go upstairs.
No,
They just have to
I
take
don't
the
think it's
umpire's
okay.
word for
Take
it.
it for it. I think we should today. It's the nature of the game in itself, you know, and I think it's all fun stuff.
Yes, it is. It is.
You know, so I guess it will be taken in that particular nature.
Good to see young Austin Richards Jr. as well. Not so young anymore, but one of the younger of the representatives out there for the Antiguan and Barbuda team.
It's a pity as well too, because I've always felt that he had a natural talent. You know, I'm not quite sure why he didn't make that next step. And we can say that about a whole lot of individuals around. But certainly he was a talent, and he served his country well. I think he had some opportunities also to be part of a one-day setup with the West Indies cricket team. I was in England at the time, you know, so there's quite a lot of folks, you know, who out of this country in itself, Antigua and Barbuda, would have served the Windies well.
Rich history of cricket here in Antigua and Barbuda. So we're going to see spin. Anthony Martin is the spinner. They're going to push for 2. And he's coming back. He gets it easily. Ganga looks very fit coming back there. He sprinted back for the second one. Pushing Roland Holder. What is he? Right over the top, 6 runs. That's a beautiful shot. That one certainly got the treatment.
Wow, when we have a look at this, man, you can see Darrin Ganga going downtown. That's huge, and especially when you can hit it in an over long off.
Straight
And
over.
that, to me, it's a special shot.
Almost pushing that one back to Anthony Martin.
Ganga's looking good, you know.
Yeah, he is. He is.
For the
He's
few
looking
balls
in
that
good
he
nick.
faced, man, and especially when you can go downtown over long off, man. That's big people shot, you know. It's not often you see these shots. You see guys tugging it and all that stuff.
He's going to get more runs here. This one is running past the wicket keeper. So Curtly getting that big boot down. Again, good looking shot this from Ganga. Just a single though. He continues to look in good nick.
Yeah, it looks like he's still playing, you know. I guess maybe having been around the world, spending time in the commentary booth, you don't have to practice, but sometimes seeing it on a regular basis, maybe he's playing from memory.
Maybe he is.
Over.
So Darrin Ganga, ODI, 35 matches, scored 843 runs with a high score of 71. And in Test, he had a high score of 135, 300s, and 9.5 centuries.
Do you know that when I was chairman, he actually scored his best runs against the best team at the time, and we were looking for him to have pushed on, but he didn't quite do that, you know. But when you can score your runs or your 200s that you would have scored against the best team in the world, that's saying something, you know.
Definitely says something. And he's one of those persons that a lot of folks felt had quite a bit to offer, just probably didn't live up to his original billing. Sort of underachieved, if you wanted to say that. But he was a wonderful player. He's driving, he's going to get runs here. And he gets 4 of them. That's a good shot through the covers.
This is a big shot because when he's punching this off the back, he's punching this off the back foot. As you can see, maximum power as well too. It's not easy to play shots off the back foot.
He played that well. Kerry Jeremy, the bowler, having a little bit of a struggle. He's put on a little bit of weight, Kerry Jeremy.
We can look around the field and identify a few who I think have
Certainly put
look
on.
a little spongy, as they say.
Yes, yes. Strain. So one more, 59 for 4. We look at Ridley Jacobs behind the stumps. Still moving well, but has a little bit around the waist. We can say that for so many of the players here today. But it's really good to see them once again, see them in action. Like you said, when you see these players play, when you see the bowling, when you see the batting, it's almost as if it's like riding a bicycle. It just comes back to you naturally. More runs here this time for Holder.
Just coming back to when you speak about some of these individuals, then more. You know, it's when you've been doing something for quite some time in your life, and it's been part of your routine for such a long period of time, and it just takes maybe a ball or two for you to get back into things. You know, it's, as you said, you know how to. You remember as a kid how to ride a bike.
Holder goes for 10
Yes,
from 9.
Was that a slow delivery or Kerry Jeremy just looking a little bit tired there? The new batsman is Danny Ram, Sunish Danny Ram, Guyanese former open bat.
Wow.
He got a lifetime award last night from the Weeper presentation ceremony.
Well, he would have played in your era, Kenny.
Yes, I think I played against him in the early 90s, opening bat for Guyana team.
Wow, it's so good to have him.
Scored a good 100 against Barbados sometime in the early 90s. We did with Malcolm Marshall and Gerald Garner.
Yes.
He was touted as one of the possible replacement for either Greenidge or Haynes when they would have retired. Didn't quite go on to fulfill that potential.
Wonder if Danny Ram is still playing in Guyana. Faces Jeremy. Competitive spirit is still there.
Hamish Anthony looking sharp there, picking up and having a throw.
Here's the wicket, Kenny. It's up and he
Inside
played
edge,
on,
yeah.
yes.
Jogging it from outside the off, so I'm getting an inside edge there.
And Kerry Jeremy, who would have been from a more modern generation, a younger generation, more than Kenny and the other guys. Wow. So Curtly fielding, attempting as though he was going to take the throw and then just enjoying the beauty of it all.
Curtly Ambrose there just attempting to have a go.
Good delivery from Jeremy. Danny Ram just playing at it. Good over from Kerry Jeremy. Took a wicket 86 for 5. Kerry Jeremy in stride. Just outside the off stump. Good stuff. So the batting card, West Indies legends doing well. Jimmy Adams at the top of the order with 18. Sherwin Campbell with 9. Keith Atherton only 2. Roland Holder, who just went for 10, but the man has been Darrin Ganga, 32 from 16. And the bowling for the Antigua legends, Winston Benjamin 1 for 8, Gavin Tong 1 for 13, 2 for Hamish Anthony, 2 for 12, and Kerry Jeremy 1 for 22. So it looks like Austin Richards Jr. will be doing Kenny Benjamin's role.
I wish he was. You'd be walking around the boundary with the water.
So Kenny, you have a full 11, and then 5 of you are off the field. Interesting. You have Sir Viv and Sir Andy, Sir Richie, Eldine Baptiste and yourself are off the field. Devon Thomas is somewhere between Jamaica and Antigua, and yet you still have an 11 on the field.
And still remember,
driven by Ganga.
And Adam Stanford is in St. Martin.
Sanford, that's right. And the man who picked up that one off the cover boundary, Wilden Cornwall, would have been the only one who would not have played Test cricket or ODI or T20 for the West Indies.
Was probably would have been considered unfortunate.
Very. Danny Ram getting bat on that one. You know, Sir Viv mentioned when Zorel was not here, don't forget that Zorel was a West Indies youth team captain. And we also don't forget guys like George Ferris and Anthony Merrick. Good control shot from Danny Ram, the Guyanese right-hander, who was really touted for greatness in West Indies cricket, but at that time there were so many outstanding players. Ganga plays this with the flat bat. Winston
Benjamin,
Benjamin.
they're making up there with a good piece of feeling. Crowd
Well,
giving him a big cheer there.
Yes,
Picking it up one-handed and getting it in.
Winston is super fit.
Super.
Well, he's out. It went just like nothing. Danny Ram was playing the shot. Ridley Jacobs took it behind the stumps, appealed, and umpire Bertel Baltimore showed the index
put it
finger.
this way, a soft appeal, a soft dismissal.
Soft appeal. Oh, yes, he was having a drive, took the edge. Ridley Jacobs was up with it. Bertel Baltimore showing it. Danny Ram's brief innings comes to an end. He goes for 2 from 4 balls, caught Jacobs off the bowling of Austin Richards Jr. And Bascom, in fact, from the Windward Islands, who will coming to...
I'm going to leave you on there's a very short guy here from Barbados. I don't know if he's going to spend some short time with you, but he's a very short former opening batsman from Barbados.
Well, it's my pleasure to meet you, Sherwin Campbell. It's my pleasure. And in comes another former teammate of Kenny Benjamin and Sherwin Campbell's in Junior Murray, the Grenada, in fact, Junior Murray.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, that's Miles Bascom.
That's in fact Miles Bascom, but we were showing Junior Murray, so we have had some changes. So Miles Bascom, the Windward Island player. There we see Dave Joseph in the picture next to Bascom. Umpire Clancy Mack just ensuring things. So Sherwin Campbell, I would have watched you opening the batting for the West Indies with Stuart Williams for most of it, a couple of times with Richie Richardson. My dream was that you would have done it. You should have done it with Desmond Haynes. It didn't happen. And Darrin Ganga keeps going. And you also did with Adrian Griffith.
Yes, I had quite a few number of opening batsmen, opening partners, you know.
So you came here tonight. You expected to score some more runs?
I'm not sure if I expected to score runs, but I'm not really practicing at the moment. But I just came to enjoy myself, you know, and play for the cause, you know.
So Wilden Cornwall. Bascom is one of the players who would have been playing around the region, so he's much fitter than most of you guys.
Yes, actually he's quite younger, youngest player in our team actually. So he should be much fitter and mobile than the older guys.
But it's good to see some of the older, the legends looking fit. Darrin Ganga has been playing shots like he's still playing international T20, and
yes.
Winston Benjamin is running around the field as though he's a teenager.
Yes, I was wondering if Ganga was practicing before this game. He looks in good nick.
Amazing.
It's good to get together with all the guys again, you know. Past players come together.
So we have had a
calls.
no ball here. So umpire Clancy Mack signaling the free hit. So Miles Bascom. Bascom would have played 1 T20 for the West Indies. Hits this one out to Curtly Ambrose. So good score so far, 94 for 6.
Yeah, 94 is a pretty good score for our batting lineup, you know. For the guys, and most of the guys are over 45, you know. This is a pretty good score so far.
Oh, Ganga pivots and oh.
That's another good shot.
What a shot.
Yeah, as I say, he looks in good nick. Maybe he had a net session this morning or something. He looks pretty good.
I believe so. Let's look at it. Cornwall hammering the ball in. Ganga pulls it down to backward of square. No one is there. One bounce into the fence for 4, and Darrin Ganga moves into the 40s.
Yeah, he has a very good strike rate as well.
This time, down the ground, 4 more.
That's another good shot.
The 100 comes up. Ganga moves to 47. The 104 for 6, and Darrin Ganga is really belting the ball here.
Yes, he's playing a lot of shots. So maybe, as I said before, maybe he had a net yesterday or this morning, but he looks like this.
Backs away.
Backs away and hits the ball through long on. The field is a bit wide at long on, so it was a pretty good shot.
coming through, getting a quick single. And Ganga has been the feature. And many people playing dual roles in this game. 105 for 6. Ganga is on the verge of a half century. Ganga would like to be the hero. He did the intro here for our stream. And then he got things going with the bat when it looked as though the West Indies legends were struggling at one point at 38 for 4.
Yes, I thought he came in at the right time, you know. He changed the momentum of the game, and, you know, scored a freely from the beginning and continues to score quite freely. You know, looks a good nick. 40 out 26 balls is a really good strike rate at this stage of the game.
Jimmy Adams didn't do badly. 18, looked pretty okay. Got 18 from 25. Roll and hold a 10 from 9. Over the top, 4 runs, Winston Benjamin. Realizing he couldn't get there.
Ganga. Very good half century.
Excellent half century. He moves to 52. Darrin Ganga scoring the first half century in this game. It may well be the only one.
It's a good shot again over extra cover. In between long off on deep cover. Really good shot.
Darrin Ganga would have played T20 internationals, but not only that, he would have played 1 T20 international, but he would have also captained the Red Steel, the Trinidad and Tobago Red Steel, at the start.
And actually, he played a lot of games here in the,
yes,
in the
Stanford
tournament.
T20.
So, and Trinidad did pretty well in that tournament. They
yes,
won
so
competitions.
He knows the conditions well.
He's at home here.
Austin Richards Jr., who fielded on that occasion, also played 1 T20 for the West Indies. Gavin Tong would have played 1 test match for the West Indies, would have played a few ODIs.
Yeah.
Oh, this one is high and it's hit out to mid-wicket.
Okay, Mr. Benjamin. A good effort by Mr. Benjamin. Couldn't get down there. Oh, Gavin Tong, he's the youngest player on the side. That was a pretty good shot. Into the gap again, Ganga. Down to deep.
And that was Gavin Tong, yes. Little football skills. Oh, here is Ganga once again. But this time through the cover, Sylvester Joseph, former West Indies test player, also captained the West Indies in Sri Lanka when Shivnarine Chanderpaul was injured. So 115 for 6.
Yes, if Ganga could bat another 5 overs here, you know, we can get a pretty decent total on the board, you know.
Yes. 115 for 6. Projections with Darrin Ganga on 56 from 30. The possibilities are that if they continue at this rate, it could well be anything over 140. Could be a challenge here. And Stacey and King, Sherwin Campbell may have been instrumental in coaching, being one of the women's coach. So we see Ganga's 56 piloting the West Indies legends from 30 balls. Jimmy Adams 18, Roland Hold 10, and 9 for Sherwin Campbell, who just leaves us and would be replaced by Stacey and King, and Zorel Bartley will also come in to replace me. Sudesh Daniram, only 2. Miles Bascom is not out on phone. The only man to make a duck. Chairman of Selectors Robert Haynes, Zorel Bartley joins up with Stacey and King and will take you through to the end of the innings.
As we look at the bowling figures there for the Antigua legends, Winston Benjamin 1 for 8, Hamish Anthony 2 for 12, Gavin Tong 1 for 13, Kerry Jeremy 1 for 24, Austin Richards 1 for 15. Stacey Ann, you must be enjoying all of this.
Of course I am. It's pretty interesting to see, I mean, these gentlemen still, these legends of the game, still pretty much active.
Let's have a look at some of the highlights so far in the Antigua Legends innings, the West Indies Legends innings. First delivery. Interim Chairman of Selectors Robert Haynes holding out to the man at mid-off of Winston Benjamin. Jimmy Adams charging Curtly Ambrose, something you would not have seen in the heyday of either player.
You can actually see the expression on Curtly's face.
Good delivery there from Gavin Tong. pity that Sherwin Campbell left us. He would have told us how he got bowled there. Jimmy Adams on the attack again. Played well, Jimmy. Certainly did. 18. He scored. Looked good while he was there. Keith Arterton punching off the back foot and holding out Gully.
Didn't look in control at all.
Jimmy Adams edging that one into slip. Good catch by Dave Joseph, high to his left. Darrin Ganga has certainly been the most impressive of the West Indies batsmen this evening. Darrin Ganga punching that short delivery. Something he would have probably enjoyed in his heyday.
And he's not out on 56. I mean, he's had 4 4s and 2 6s.
Certainly played Anthony Martin well, as we saw with that on drive.
I'm also one of the more younger men on the field, and I think that he's just showing his class.
As we see Sir Andy Roberts mixing with the former West Indies legends. I think we see Philo Wallace there padded up talking to Sir Vivian Richards. Hugo talking to Mervyn Dillon and Pedro Collins. Junior Murray, the venerable shipwreck in that white shirt. Always around Antigua, Leeward's West Indies cricket. As we go back live. Antigua legends continuing with Wilden Cornwall, the only player in the Antigua team not to have represented the West Indies, but certainly would have represented the Leeward Islands over an extended period of time, and the uncle of Rakeem Cornwall.
Oh, that's a big strike here from Darrin Ganga once again. His eyes seem to be pretty much intact here.
Picked up that length early, rock back, and a short delivery from Wilden Cornwall over deep mid-wicket, hit it in front of him, so he saw it early.
A bit of an advantage. Ganga's on 62 of 31 balls.
Certainly playing more shots, Darrin Ganga, than he played in his international career. Played 1 T20 game. He also had 9 half centuries at the test level, 9 half centuries at the one-day international level. Very stodgy. Good shot there by Miles Bascom, meeting that one on the low full toss. And the man at long on was wide, and he hit it straight enough to pick up 4 good-looking runs.
I think it's a good strategy by West Indies legends. They've kept Darrin. Here's that shot again. Lovely drive down the wicket. Yeah, I think it's a good strategy to actually bring in Darrin in the middle.
Could be said that they sacrificed the interim chairman of selectors, Robert Haynes, at the top of the order, you reckon?
Well, everybody has a position to play, and he played his part. Oh, run out chance.
Slow agility by Dave Joseph. He moved literally in slow motion to his right. Watch the ball bounce. Stuck out a hand, and in one motion had to return in.
Almost a run out chance there again for Darrin Ganga.
We have a replay. Slow. Just move to his right. Almost had a run out. Look at the batting lineup, batting card of the West Indies legend. Names you would recall, names you will remember. Sylvester Joseph comes into the attack. 17 over 4 overs to go. A respectable 129 for 6 at this stage.
It's a really good total.
Good shot there by Darrin Ganga once again. Winston Benjamin having the opportunity to redeem himself from that misfield early on. I don't think the crowd is going to forgive him. Good stop.
Oh, nicely played. Just a nice bit of a guide here by Bascom.
Sylvester Joseph would have been Darrin Ganga's captain. I think Darrin Ganga eventually made the 19... It was the World Cup, the Youth World Cup. It was Sylvester Joseph was the West Indies captain. I think it might have been the 98 World Cup in South Africa. West Indies team at that stage was backed by some overage players. And one, Darrin Ganga, another one, Universe boss Chris Gale, made their way out to South Africa's replacement. That's a big shot. It's a big shot there from Miles Bascom. Slow delivery from Sylvester Joseph, but he made it into a short one. Rock back and hit it almost with a straight bat. Didn't swing right through the line, but hit it over deep mid-wicket for 6. Lovely shot.
Definitely, and it's good to see that somebody else is taking it to the bowlers other than Darrin Ganga. He's actually just standing on the non-strikers end and just he totally enjoyed that shot.
This is developing into quite a good total. 138 at this stage with 3 overs and 1 delivery to go. So definitely from this stage probably looking at about 170, 165, 170.
And with Darrin Ganga still there, of course, I mean, he's been in some form. He's showing that he's been training, like he put in some work before this game.
Well, with the West Indies women's team, you've spent so much time in Antigua. I'm sure, Stacey, and you must be supporting the Antigua legends. As we see the replay. Good shot. Didn't bounce as much as he thought initially. But he got under it and hit it over deep mid-wicket for 6. Your loyalty, Stacey, and where does it lie?
It's West Indies cricket all around. And as a cricketer, I would always enjoy good cricket.
You're sitting on the fence. But 17 overs gone, 139 for 6. West Indies legends batting being led here by Darrin Ganga. And the Antigua legends bowling being led by Hamish Anthony, 2 for 12. 17 overs, 139 for 6. Batsmen who may come for the West Indies legend: Junior Murray, Ian Bishop, Mervyn Dillon, Pedro Collins.
I think Mervyn Dillon is quite happy to be outside right now and probably doesn't want to come in just yet because he may have to open the bowling.
Good turnout this evening, sitting on the grass banks. The Coolidge Cricket Ground certainly offers that relaxing atmosphere, good family entertainment, and certainly an evening that is look forward to. Gavin Tong back into the attack, coming in for the 18th over. Would have bowled 2 overs before, 1 for 14, 1 for 13 before this. But I'm sure the Antiguan legends think that they have enough firepower and maybe youthful exuberance. Darrin Ganga again, over long on. It was in his zone and he went through a full flow of the bat. Didn't seem to connect too well at the sound at first, but it certainly traveled over the man at long on and he picked up 6 runs. 6 more runs to Darrin Ganga. 6 more runs to the West Indies legend. Here we see that shot. Looking to lead the charges, Ganga. Looking to establish a total that hopefully his team can defend, but the overall cause is for charity.
Sweet.
Charitable Long half volley there presented by Gavin Tong. And a charitable Curtly Ambrose running around from long off.
He tried
And
his
certainly
football skills. He tried his skills, his football skills, but unfortunately.
the West Indies Players Foundation, the charity, is what they're playing and supporting this evening. Curtly Ambrose getting around. Not very dissimilar from his days. We can recall some of those. Miles Bascom getting into the act. Gavin Tong taking a hammer in. Sprayed his left foot outside leg stump and hit that over deep mid wicket. Wide long on for 6. 157 for 6, Stacey, and this is turning into a big total.
Indeed it is. I think the persons within the crowd may have to keep looking at the game.
Gavin Tong would not have enjoyed that. An expensive over from him. 18 runs from that over. Ganga leading the batting 73 from 38. Bascom now moves on to 29 from 14. Jimmy Adams had 18 at the top of the order. 2 overs to go, 157 for 6. Very competitive total. I think it sets the scene for a good evening. I think people who are at home, who would not have come out to the game as yet, will want to come out and see the Antiguan legends go after this and just make this into a grand evening.
And the persons who are here, I think they're getting a steal of a deal. They're being treated here right now. With all these shots, these players, these legends, priceless.
Miles Bascom, again picking the length quickly, went deep into his crease, and almost with a straight bat, hit it over long on, a big 6. A good looking shot there again from Miles Bascom. Didn't hit across the line at all. A straight bat hitting it over long on.
I think he has a liking for Joseph's bowling.
And probably showing why his only representative game for the West Indies was at the T20 level. A big hit. Seems to be not the happy hour, but it's going to be the happy 10 balls. 10 more deliveries left in this innings. Only 6 wickets down. So Curtly seeming as if he's ready to get off the field. Seems as if he'd had enough of this. And hopefully he will not have to bat. People like Richie Richardson are in the pavilion. They may have an opportunity to bat. Eldine Baptiste. Ganga throwing the kitchen sink at that one. Picked out the man at deep cover and picked up a single. But 9 runs so far from the over. 2 deliveries to go. Only a single this time. Miles Bascom trying to get onto that one. Hitting to the onside. I picked up another single.
With just 7 balls to go. I'm sure Bascom is going to want to keep going. Oh, a rare dot ball.
1 over to go, 167 for 6 as the West Indies legends look to set a target. The Antigua legends, remember, won the toss. Sir Vivian Richards, captain of the Antigua legends, won the toss and inserted the West Indies legends. 167 for 6. So you see the spectators having a good time. It's such a casual evening. You've seen guests coming from the hotels. Locals would have gone home from work and come out for the evening. Nice cool breeze. Just sitting on the grass and enjoying themselves. A lovely evening for cricket.
Indeed it is. So the last over to go, that's a single to Bascom. score moving on to 168. Let's see what Ganga is going to bring to the table. Swing and a miss.
And coming on the heels of the West Indies Players Association Awards banquet last night, certainly a good week for celebration of West Indies cricket. And it will culminate with the West Indies-India first test match, starting on Thursday. Certainly the West Indies Players Association and Cricket West Indies coming together for the 7th annual award ceremony. Certainly one that went down well. Ganga finding the gap this time. To the left of the man at mid-wicket. A short delivery that he tugged into the onside and picked up 4 runs. A good innings here from Darrin Ganga, 76 from 43. That's a shot from Bascom, I'm sorry. He moves on to 42 from 19. And a shortish delivery that he tugged from outside the off stump past mid-wicket for 4. Darrin Ganga will face the last delivery of the innings. 174 for 6, Ganga on 76. And looking to finish, I'm sure, with a maximum. I'm sure Gavin Tong has other ideas. Finishes with a single. 175 for 6 is the total after 20 overs. The West Indies legends led by Darrin Ganga, 77 from 44 deliveries.
Miles Bascom with 43 of 20 deliveries.
Ganga's 6 4s and 4 6s.
Bascom 3 4s and 3 6s.
And certainly gave the innings the momentum. Has set the West Indies, the Antigua legends, 176 as a target. Very impressive innings from Darrin Ganga. Played really well. Looks as if he has been playing some level of cricket.
Seems like he has been training somewhere some time ago.
Does he play any cricket in Trinidad? Do you know of him playing any cricket?
I know he's heavily into commentary. So I'm not too sure, but after seeing him play tonight, I think that, yeah, he's probably playing a bit of cricket somewhere.
As we look at the West Indies legends batting card, Adams for 18, Haynes no score, Campbell 9, Arterton 2, Roland Holder 10, Darrin Ganga 77 not out from 44 deliveries, Sunil Daniram 2, Miles Bascom 43 not out from 20 deliveries, 20 overs at the end of it, 175 for 6, 14 extras. And bowling for the Antiguan legends, Winston Benjamin 1 for 8, Curtly Ambrose none for 7. Tong 1 for 39, took a battering towards the end. Hamish Anthony 2 for 12, Anthony Martin none for 21. Kerry Jeremy 1 for 24 and Austin Richards Jr. 1 for 15. A big partnership towards the end.
It was really good to see Bascom and Ganga. I mean, Ganga was the one going at it all the time, and Bascom stood up and he came to the party. Played some really nice shots.
I think we saw a partnership there of 84. The 6th wicket fell at 91, and they ended at 175 for 6. Certainly well played by Darrin Ganga, well played by Miles Bascom. And this evening promises to be a very good one as the Antigua legends chased 176. As the crowd come in, support certainly for this game, and it's good to see. The West Indies Players Foundation, a charity game in aid of players who would, at some stage, former players who may come into need. And Weeper certainly putting themselves in a position to assist. As we have a look at the wickets. Robert Haynes holding out the man at mid-off of Winston Benjamin. First delivery. Campbell, bowled by a good delivery there from Gavinton, having hit him over deep mid-wicket early on. Hamish Anthony picked up the wicket of Keith Atherton, caught in the gully. Hamish Anthony picked up the wicket of Jimmy Adams, good catch by fielding captain Dave Joseph, going to his left at first slip. Sunil Danny Ram caught behind off Austin Richards. 6 wickets to have fallen for the West Indies A after 20 overs. 175 for 6, so the Antigua Legends will be chasing a target of 176 to win this game, 20 overs. And we'll be back at 7:45. See you in approximately 14 minutes.
Welcome back, and we're seeing the West Indies Legends players. They are out on the field. They have 175 runs to defend after Darrin Ganga made that wonderful total of 77. Bascom getting 43 at the end. Alongside me, Stacey and King, and we see the West Indies, the Antigua Legends opening batting pair of Wilden Cornwall and Sir Richie Richardson walking out. Should be exciting.
And we see Mervyn Dillon is marking his run-up from the media end.
Should be exciting to see somebody like Dillon. Once again, we see Bishop out there too. Wonder if he's going to have a ball. But Mervyn Dillon with that broad, that infectious broad smile that he has always had on his face there, giving Sir Richie Richardson a hug. And of course, just making sure that the festive atmosphere continues. It has been good so far.
Wonder if he's going to run in from his usual 15 paces today.
Would love to see that. Looks as if he's going to be a bit shorter though.
I think at some point you have to, common sense has to kick in, and yeah, we need to shorten the run-up.
So it looks as if he's going to be shortening the run. Has runs to defend. The West Indies Legends getting what ended up being a very good score. They had a poor start, losing a wicket with the first. Wilden Cornwall is the man that's starting. So,
And he's ready to face up Merv Dillon.
first delivery.
Play on a miss.
Yes.
But it was a nice offer, though.
Yeah, nice offer. Movement there for Dillon. He would be happy to see that.
And with no extra cover, that might have been 4 runs if he connected.
Gets it over the top and saved down there at third man. They get the first run. So Wilden Cornwall is after mark.
And that was Pedro Collins, the fielder.
Haven't seen Richie Richardson at the crease batting for a very long time, but he still has that broad-brimmed hat that he made so famous.
Just a bit of an uneven bounce there. Richie's just tapping that down.
You look good in the middle, man. You look like you're fit and thing, man. No, how about that, yeah?
And he's looking for a short single.
Exactly. Very, very keen for that sharp single.
I mean, after all, they're going at a mammoth total.
It's a big total, so you'll need to get those runs going. I'm sure the crowd would want to see that slash drive that he has.
Oh, well left. Very well left here. Almost looks like Mr. Richardson is practicing for the test on Tuesday.
Secretly. He's practicing somewhere secretly. Look at how he came. Oh, it looks better even in the replay. That was beautifully left.
Over.
So just a single to start.
Quite a quiet start by these two, but I think they're going to get on with it. The Antiguan legends here.
Quite a bit of batting still to come. Dave Joseph, Sylvester Joseph, Austin Richards, Ridley Jacobs. Those are some of the names. You see Aldine Baptiste in there. Winston Benjamin. He thinks that he can have a go as well.
Pedro Collins is the new bowler from the far end.
It says right arm fast. I wonder if he's still fast. Used to be pretty quick in his day. But he's a left arm bowler.
It's a left arm seamer.
Yep.
He was recently, before the West Indies women went to England to their European tour, he worked with us in our camps.
Still around the cricket these days. Called wide, first delivery.
I'm sure the West Indies players who are sitting here looking at him, and they're going to take him to task later on tonight with that ball.
And so they should. Sharp single.
Just taking their time, these two, playing around, having a look, maybe before they attack.
Certainly. And just look again at the sharp single from Sir Richie, calling through and sprinting through.
Oh, nicely flicked on the leg.
Oh, that square cut that the folks love so much from Sir Richie, but he hit it to the man, Campbell. A meter left or right, that might have been different.
And I guess a bit of banter here as the, you can't pass me.
This is a very good move, I think, by the
Richie seems to be finding most of the fielders.
Yes, he's finding the fielders, but he's just working it. You can see that he's thinking. He's just trying to get his eye in. Again, playing defensively.
Full face.
Yes.
I mean, it says a lot. It says that I'm in control here. You need to do better. You need to bowl that super ball to get me out.
Certainly. 2 overs finished. 3 without loss.
So far it's 3 for nothing.
Sir Richardson.
After 2 overs.
An illustrious ODI and Test career, 86 Test matches, 5,949 runs. Had that highest score of 194. Very healthy average as well, 44.39. If you look at those 1600s and 27 half centuries in an illustrious career. Oh! Mervyn Dillon.
It's a good thing he had on that helmet.
Yes.
Here we look at that delivery again, just short and rising.
Oh, straight into the visor.
The importance of wearing the protective gear.
Certainly. Slow delivery. Good bowling this by Dillon, showing variety.
Imitating a Jofra Archer delivery there.
Yes.
Very nice strike again here by Cornwall, but again finding the feelers.
Again, Dylan continues to bowl well against Cornwall. 4 dot deliveries so far this over.
Oh, nicely played it. Nicely guided here by Cornwall.
Yep. And Cornwall too has had an illustrious first-class career. 53 first-class matches. And he's had 300s in that time. Was once captain of the Leeward Islands. Oh, beaten outside the off stump.
Over.
So
Yeah,
Richie, just looking at that
pitch,
spot.
yeah.
Is that spot on the pitch that he's been looking at?
Maybe a bit of a piece of leaf or grass or just an uneven area there.
Certainly, he's been looking at that area all evening. He's yet to score. So 4 without loss after 3 overs. Slow start this for the Antigua and Barbuda Legends.
I think Pedro Collins is continuing from the far end. Yes, he is.
He's bowling. Cornwall goes. Was looking to back away and force it away. Pedro Collins strikes.
I think he redeemed himself from that first over where he bowled that wide, so the girls are going to ease him up a little bit.
Certainly. And they would like to see this one. This one had a little bit of movement, cutting back.
So Cornwall goes for 2 of 10 deliveries.
Austin Richards Jr., a young man who I think played T20s for the West Indies. Didn't play Test, but I think he played the T20 for the West Indies side.
And a change of strike. I mean, a left-hander now to the crease brings a bit of a difference.
Certainly. Still good bowling this from Pedro Collins, right on the mark.
And another new batter, but same thing, finding all the feelers. They need to find those gaps. There's Pedro Collins again coming in. Hitting some good lengths and some good lines still.
Now showing variety, taking the pace off of that delivery.
So Antigua Legends need to find a way. They need to work this out, find a way to pick up singles.
The mighty offer missing on swing and a miss to end the over 4 for 1 at the end of 4.
There's that delivery once again. Nice on a good length.
Probably deceiving the batsman. He played a little bit early towards that one, so we'll give Pedro Collins the benefit. Took the pace off of that one and deceived Dustin Richards Jr. And it's 4 for 1 at the end of 4 overs.
Dylan continues from the media end. Oh, what a shot.
Beautiful. He would be happy with that one.
There's that shot once again. Nicely cut. A bit uppish.
But clear of the man, finding the gap on that occasion.
Well, at that occasion, it wasn't showing Campbell. So
Another
Richie's
quick
thinking
single.
the game very much. Hit a
Very
4,
much so.
then
And
get a
then
single, get
the
off
mark.
strike.
Yes. Edging is going to get a boundary here. So the boundary now beginning to come for the Antigua Legends.
And the supporters and fans out there are actually getting to feel a couple balls now. Legends getting into their game now. 13 for 1.
Yes, they're approaching 5 overs. There's 2 deliveries to go in the 5th over. Swing and a miss again.
Again. There's that glorious shot once again from Sir Richie.
Again, not reading it. Slow delivery, good delivery that by Dylan to end the over. The end of 5, 13 for 1.
Oh, and there are the West Indies women. On screen, Shakira Salmon, Renice Boyce, Shadeen Nation, and pacer Shamila Connell.
They're having a ball.
I'm sure they're giving Pedro Collins a bit of a banter because he was bowling from that end just now, and here he is again.
To Sir Richie Richardson. Well, Sir Richie is beaten. You wonder what is going through the minds of a man like Sir Richie. Your mind is telling you that you can do it. Let's look at this. Outside the off stump and just beating him.
I'm sure he's saying to himself, nothing that I haven't faced before, nothing that I haven't done before.
So it looks as though Stacey and King will give way shortly. If you'd finish the over. Patterson Thompson will come shortly. So Pedro Collins would have really done well for the West Indies in his time.
Left arm seamer with a nice little swing back.
Beaten again. What a beauty from Pedro Collins. He has the ability, like Wazim Akram, to bring the ball back into the right-hander. And that one, in fact, left Richie Richardson. He was searching. Excellent stuff from Pedro Collins. These guys still have it. Class is permanent.
Indeed it is.
Searching again. And Junior Murray stopping that one. So I'm just saying mind over matter. Can I run? Look at that smooth approach. Excellent action. Still there. And just at fifth stump.
I mean, he has to because he's coaching, so he has to emulate what he wants his players or his charges to do.
Oh, Richie tries the almighty he, but it didn't work. And so wide. Well, a few of them are still coaching. Mervyn Dillon is doing some coaching in Trinidad. Let's look at Pedro Collins.
Look at this delivery again. Just pitches on the leg and continues to go further leg.
Oh, so Richie gets something onto that one, and that is 4 runs, is it? Or brilliant fielding. Merv Dillon. And they're coming through for 3 runs. And Pedro, oh, amazing stuff from these legends. Merv Dillon also doing some coaching in the Trinidad and Tobago setup. So the coaches have lovely shot from Sir Richie Richardson. Dillon runs all the way around. Lovely bit of football work. Overruns. Austin Richards Jr. goes big. Oh, but it doesn't clear. It stayed in the air for quite some time. And that looks like Philo Wallace. Philo is out there. Yes, the big Philo Wallace, the man who would have been a towering opening bat for the West Indies in his time.
I think Sir Richie may need a quick drink right about now. That's 2 runs by another 3 runs.
So the Antigua Barbuda Legends, the second power play being signaled, they're struggling after 6 overs, 19 for 1. Austin Richards Jr. is on 6. So Richie Richardson. Crowd is looking good, and Patterson Thompson, the man who was behind all of this, would replace Stacey and King. Patterson Thompson, the former West Indian fast bowler. Patterson Thompson, you're looking at part of your work being accomplished here. And
Definitely.
Keith Arterton, your colleague, is looking to join the action here with his left arm orthodox stuff. Wow, he beat Sir Rich, who may have gotten an inside edge.
Yes, he did. And it's good to see Keith Atherton on the field of play. You know, Keith is doing big things in St. Kitts with his academy.
Yes.
And I was really happy to see him here.
I've had the opportunity of passing there on a couple of occasions and really admire the man a few years ago.
Mm.
So if you can get many more of those around the Caribbean, perhaps with the legends.
Correct.
Managing the show, it could be interesting.
Well, you know, this game took a lot of effort to put together. I have to thank Liat and my various colleagues at Cricket West Indies who helped us out a lot. It was really a team effort to get it together.
So Richie's beaten.
Yes.
Still has the back foot planted.
Still the back foot player that he is. When you look at the Antigua and the number of players that they have produced at this level, it's really tremendous.
Oh, swept. Daft sweep shot, but not far enough.
I'm saying that Antigua produced a lot of high quality cricketers.
It is.
They did. Yeah, and they're doing, it's amazing.
For a small island.
For a small island, how well they've done.
And when I was checking at the start of the game, I said, wait, but a few are missing and they still have an 11 out there because...
well, we don't have Sir Andy, Sir Viv, Eldine.
Kenny Benjamin.
Kenny Benjamin, his ankle is injured.
Right.
But when you look at Antigua, they produce a lot of good cricketers. And they should be very proud of it.
Yes, we are proud of it. And West Indies being the team that it has been over the years, we're proud of what is happening, what has happened in West Indies cricket, hoping that we can recover the past glory. I think that is the critical thing.
Well, let's
a role for the legends.
Yes. And I want to create a non-adversarial relationship between Cricket West Indies, the legends, and Weepo. We need to come together as a unit. So the legends are the end product of Cricket West Indies and Weepo. So we need now to harness these ideas and these experiences and get them together. And not everybody's going to be a coach. I think I need to get some more legends involved in management. I need them to get involved in the strength side of cricket. We could get physios, we can get strength coaches, as I said, managers, marketing managers. That's what we need. Every past player does not have to be a coach.
Agreed.
You know, and so we need to get more of these fellas involved in some form or fashion.
As we've seen Darrin Ganga, who is going to pick up the attack, he has gotten involved on the commentary side.
Correct.
Ian Bishop has done similarly. Sir Viv, Sir Curtly, Kenny.
So it's Austin.
Well punched by Austin Richards Jr.
Yeah, so the foundation is trying to raise awareness for various former players who are not in good circumstances, trying to get funds to help them out. It's really a noble effort and charitable effort. We have a lot of work ahead of us. But I am so proud of Antigua. I'm so happy that the Antiguan public came out today and supported this effort. This is good. This is really, really good, and I hope it sets the stage for the test match.
Well, Sir Richie getting a 4, driving Darrin Ganga down to long off.
But, Seth, I am hoping that the wicket at Sir Vivian Richards Stadium will be reminiscent of the one against England. We beat England with fast bowlers.
The fire pace.
I want to see that type of wicket again. I mean, I would love Brother Cornwall to make his debut, but I don't want spin. I want to see 4 fast bowlers.
Well, you're a fast bowler, so.
Well, I believe, I believe in that. I want to see that pace again. We did well against England.
And that's what we all believe. So, Pato. Well, here Richie goes again, down the ground, over the bowler's head, 4 more runs. Yeah. So Richie Richardson, glimpses of the past.
Definitely.
Darrin Ganga in, tosses it up. Straight over the top.
4 more. Vintage Richie Richardson.
I'm wondering what would he do tonight after the game?
Well, I think I should have got some masseurs from Sandals to help out.
So what would Darrin Ganga did? Batted excellently.
He's bowling now.
Oh,
you didn't get hold of it.
Definitely mistimed. So you were saying that it took quite a lot, and you're happy with the turnout.
Very much so.
I also met some UK visitors on my way up.
Okay.
And they were just so eager to see what was happening.
Correct.
Let's hope that this is just the start.
The start.
That it is a signal for many more to come. Austin Richards Jr. Sherwin Campbell takes the catch on the boundary.
Always a safe pair of hands, Sherwin Campbell. We know we've had games in Jamaica. We had a game in Barbados. We've had 1 or 2 golfing tournaments.
Ganga getting success, getting all the runs, and now
Austin
getting the
Richards,
wicket.
Yes.
Austin Richards Jr. goes caught by Sherwin Campbell. So he struggled, and these are the younger tier of players.
Exactly.
Richards Jr. for 9, caught Campbell off Ganga, only scoring a 4 or 14 balls.
Now, this is my former Wintrop's teammate.
Sylvester Joseph.
Yes.
Well, he still plays in the local T20. Came back from umpiring.
Yes.
Right-handed batsman for the West Indies, highest score of 5 in tests. And
He never realized his full potential.
no,
Because he actually has a very good batting head.
yes. In a game here
Maybe.
against Guyana in the Stanford T20, can you believe it? When everybody, the crowd was walking out and thought it was over.
Yes, correct.
Really put Guyana in the panic for place in the semi-final.
Correct.
Fortunately for Guyana, he got out with a couple balls to go.
Was a very good batsman, talented player. He just never went on, unfortunately.
So 33 for 2. Darrin Ganga is really having fun here.
Definitely. I'm sure he'll be commenting about that during the test match about his fantastic innings.
Well, certainly, I'm sure our producer, I'm sure Peter and the like would have some clips
Definitely.
that they could show during the test match.
For sure.
I think that would really be huge for cricket.
It is. And I'm hoping that our wider Caribbean audience is getting to see the game and they're seeing it live streamed. I have to give thanks to LaDonna Williams at CWI for helping us out with the live streaming, and Peter Seeper and his team. They really helped us out a lot.
So 9 for Austin Richards Jr., Wilden Cornwall 2, Richie Richardson 90 not out.
And so Richard tried a sweep, slog sweep, unsuccessful.
So Pato, you said that you had in Barbados, you also played a game in Jamaica.
In Jamaica.
So where's next?
Well, I am aiming either for Guyana or Trinidad. And I know Brian was in Antigua for the coaching assistant in the camp with the senior team. And I'm hoping to approach him sometime in Trinidad to have a game and one in Guyana. I think we'll be well supported in both of those countries.
So here's my advice. If you're going to Trinidad, you're going at the Brian Lara Stadium.
Well, it's a big stadium, though. You're going to have to fill it up.
Keith Arterton. But here is also a suggestion. You may even want to go to one of the smaller islands, maybe Nevis.
True.
You'll get a bumper crowd there.
Definitely.
It could be against the Leewards team with Keith and Stuart Williams. And
Well, I actually asked Stuart to play, but he had some prior commitments. But to have Stuart would have been fantastic, you know. And as you said, I could have a...
Wow, Richie Richardson using his feet.
I could have an all Leeward Islands West Indies team against another all-star team. That is something to work on.
So quite a lot.
Yeah. You see, and I have so many retired players, and I have to get everybody involved. I have to get the word out that we are up and running, and we need to know about your circumstances. You know, some fellas may need help in a coaching course, and we need to get our past players involved. And then
Keith Arterton to Sylvester Joseph. These two would have played together.
Correct.
For the Leewards. I remember during the Leewards days, Sylvester Joseph was just a 17-year-old coming on to Keith Arterton's captaincy back in 1997. He announced himself along with Ronnie Sarwan. Oh, this one is a big one. Six
runs.
Huge one. Over long off.
I remember when I came back from Australia in 1997, I struggled. I came back home to Stuart Williams at Bunk St. George at Kensington, and they gave me a licking.
Look at that. Amazing stuff.
It's a big
wow. Into the stand.
Into the stands, a 6. I'm wanting to see Ian Bishop bowl 1 or 2.
I think Bishop's just enjoying the comfort of the field.
He kind of protested that he had to play.
Is Bish the captain? Because Jimmy the captain.
No, Keith Atherton is the captain.
He's the the fielding captain.
He's the captain, yes.
So Darrin Ganga
continues to bowl northern end. Sir Richie advances.
Darrin Ganga and Sir Richie Richardson. So let's see Sylvester Joseph. He would have to be the engine of the team because Wilden Cornwall, the only Antiguan on their team who have not played for the West Indies, he would have been the only player playing currently along with Austin Richards Jr., both in the pavilion. So they will be heavily dependent on Sylvester Joseph.
That's correct.
If they're going to get close to the score.
There you go. Oh, it's a bit of a tug.
He was reaching for it.
Definitely.
Perhaps he should have gone straight.
I need to say thanks to Hawkeye Security, Ape Design, their unique group, Sign Pro.
Oh, so Richie goes for a big one. Will he be out caught?
No.
No. Miles Bascom. Richie, wow. Junior Murray almost effected the run out. And Richie Richardson is still running. Let's look at that. Ganga up. Richie down the track. Hits it over mid-wicket.
I think that's Miles Bascom. He can get to it in time. I have to say thanks to all of our sponsors again that helped us out. Liat, Jumbie Island Resort. Jumbie Bay Island Resort, sorry. Got it right. Halcyon.
That's over on Long Island.
Yes.
One of the world's leading resorts.
Definitely. Class.
Richie Richardson is on 23.
Pull shot.
And Danny Ram struggling a bit. No. Amazing stuff. Darrin Ganga enjoying the game. Runs the top scorer and pulled by Richie. And this time, he comes down and
he guides it.
Is Sir Richie a bit, he may be keeping fit, man, because he has ran more runs.
What impresses me about Sir Richie is that he's trying to play, he's playing cricket, he's using his head and he's batting. He's reading the game.
Lovely shot from Sylvester Joseph. So easy.
Easy.
Another 6. The 50 comes up for Antigua Barbuda legend.
So Seth, I will leave you.
Kenny Benjamin will come in, Pato, and Zorel Bartley will take over from me at the end of the over. The two fast bowlers who decided they didn't want to play. So West Indies legend still ahead, but excellent batting from Richie Richardson and Sylvester Joseph trying to pick up the momentum here. Kenny Benjamin and Zorel Bartley will come in, but we're just looking at the scorecard. So Richie Richardson 24 not out, Sylvester Joseph 30 not out, and 2 for Wilden Cornwall and 9 for Austin Richards Jr.
And there's a little flurry here from Sylvester Joseph, as we say for the first time, to the big man, a man who, how is that feeling, Ambrose?
I'm not very happy with
your feeling?
Sir Richie Richardson's batting.
You reckon you should have batted higher?
I should have opened the batting.
Well, the way you feel it down on the final boundary, you're batting at 11. I think it's a very good position.
Well, if it gets to me, they can declare.
Declare what? Declare war on the bowling? But a good night and be a good crowd, huh? Good support.
Certainly is a good crowd. I'm quite happy to see so many spectators coming out to watch old boys in action.
And Dylan there doing a Curtly Ambrose. Down that. But he saved that one.
Well, very well done to Dylan. He's 10 years younger than me, so that makes a difference.
But you bowl well. Someone was saying that you still have it. I was asking, still have what?
That was going to be my follow-up question. Still have what? I managed my 2 overs, and that was a bit of an accomplishment.
I felt it was the stare. You stared very hard at Jimmy. Looked familiar.
Yes, you know, hit me for 4, and I was thinking to myself, should I give him 1 or 2 short ones? But when I think about the repercussions, I thought, better not. That's probably going to be a no ball. Seems to be a very high delivery. Swatted away for 4 by Richie Richardson.
That was a lollipop, but no ball called by the umpire. Going easy on the old boys, huh?
I'm very impressed with the crowd, Kenny. All over Antigua people kept talking about this Legends game, and it's nice to see the crowd is out.
Definitely a good turnout. And Richie Richardson there, stumped. And do you think it's a good thing for the team, Richie being stumped?
Yes, Richie wasn't really playing the way I expected him. Obviously, good delivery by Keith Arterton. Nice flighted, loopy delivery. Drew Richardson out of his crease. He was nowhere near and was well stumped by Junior Murray,
Yes.
who was going to miss his opportunity.
Certainly. So Richie Richardson should get a round of applause.
He's waving his bat. I wonder if he's just saying thanks, he's been dismissed or what?
Well, 30 in T20 is a very good score. So definitely well played there by Richie. So Richie.
Well, 31 from 37 deliveries. Not so sure if I'm happy with that. He looks really tired.
Well, Ridley Jacobs is a new man. So we may see some fireworks if he can get going. Did you have any say in the batting in the batting lineup, Sir Curtly?
No, I haven't. I said to Sylvester Joseph if he should open the batting and bat all 20 overs if possible. He's the one who might take us to victory, but he said no. And Cornwall and Sir Richie opened the batting. They didn't do a good job, did they?
Gavin Tong wanted to bat high. He hits the ball very well. You still see some shake hands here. Pedro Collins there just shaking the hand of Ridley Jacobs. Probably saying, take it easy on us, bro. And Darrin Ganga will continue.
Well, I'm not much for the shake hand business when I'm out in the middle competing. I'll shake hands after the game.
Who is captain in this team, by the way? Seems to have many captains. Do you think we're going to see Bish bowl a couple?
Well, I'm hoping to, because he's saying to me that at my age, he was kind of surprised I bowled even one short ball, which I did bowl to Campbell. So
he still looks a bit mean.
Well, I want to see him bowl. I want to see him bowl a couple. Very, very good use of the feet by Sylvester Joseph, crashing that one through mid-off for 4.
And Philo Wallace just went to retrieve. He's been doing that very well all night, just retrieving. He's not chasing, he's not stopping, he's just retrieving.
Catch him now!
Well, that one was close. Just eluded the fielder at the mid-wicket boundary for 6. Sylvester Joseph on fire. But he was close. I'm quite sure for a second he was thinking he's going to go down the throat of the mid-wicket fielder. And we certainly need Sylvester Joseph to fire all the way to the end if we have a chance to win in this game.
Well, the way Bish got around there, I would really like to see him bowl a couple.
Back up, kid.
I certainly would like to see him bowl even one over, Ian Bishop. Told me he was very impressed with a short delivery bowled.
You still believe you have a little bit of outswing?
I believe he probably still have a bit of outswing. You never lose it, but the thing is, can he get it straight?
Was there much for you out there? A little bit of movements, maybe? The new cherry?
That's a big one. That is a big one by Sylvester Joseph. Really got to the pitch of that one, hit it to a wide long on for 6. And Sylvester Joseph is on fire. And we need him to stay right until the end, Kenny, in order for us to get close to this target or to win it.
Yes, Sylvester Joseph still playing some local cricket on the competitive. Did well, very, very well this year for the Antigua Masters in the Leeward Islands Masters tournament. And showing some good form here.
One below. Well done.
And this time, Philo Wallace is not a retriever, he's a fielder. Went down in the long barrier and did that one hit him or did he field it cleanly? Smiles there. He's very pleased with himself there, Philo Wallace.
And that's the batting card for the Antigua Legends. Cornwall 2 from 10, not very good. Richardson 31 from 37, not the best, but okay. Austin Richards Jr. 9 from 14, not good. Sylvester Joseph 33 from 11. No, that is good batting. Excellent batting.
A strike rate of 300, huh? Very good indeed.
Well, I shall make my departure, Kenny, because the way this is looking, I'm going to have to get some pads on.
You're going to get your pads on?
Yeah, have a swing. If you get a few, you never know. So I'll leave it now to the capable hands of Denmore Roberts to take up the commentary. See you guys later.
And the new bowler, Sunish Daniram, former Guyanese open bat. Daniram at one time, Denmore, was touted as the replacement for Desmond Haynes or Gordon Greenwich. Back in the days when he was playing for Guyana, scored a couple of hundreds. Definitely was one that people were looking on to play international cricket.
Exactly. Probably underachieved in terms of his billing at that time.
Yeah, come here. Yeah, that's good.
He's since moved to the States, Daniram, in the New Jersey League. He's been making good use of that. New York, New Jersey, doing well for himself there.
It's good to see some folks that we have not seen for a long time, Kenny Benjamin, back on the scene.
Certainly. Roland Holder getting down in the long barrier there. That would have gone upstairs under normal circumstances.
Yep. Bowling some good deliveries, Danny Ram. Good Yorkers.
He normally used to bowl a little bit of a off spinner back in his time. Probably still does that in the New York, New Jersey League, where he tries play, where he plays straight.
You would want Widdy Jacobs to get off. He's struggling, just like the other Antiguans, hitting the ball straight to the fielders. He's going to get runs here. That one going past the wicketkeeper and Collins and runs into the boundary, gets 4.
Over.
Fortuitous edge that for Widdy Jacobs.
Inside edge there between the legs of Junior Murray.
He would tell you that was deliberate.
87 the score then one. Game is still in the balance. We know that the West Indies Masters, they
got a lot of their runs in the last five.
Yeah, the last 5 or 6 overs, they really scored heavily. After 12, they were 85 for 5. So the Antiguan Legends not doing badly. They're 87 for 3.
Sylvester Joseph goes again and clears the man at long on. Oh, beautiful catch down there on the boundary, and then he drops it when he throws it up in the air. But he would be happy.
He deserves a prize.
Yeah, we need to see that one again.
Getting a high five there.
That's the shot from Sylvester Joseph. But look at this catch.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
brilliant,
beautiful. Beautiful.
Brilliant. Hit him in the chest. Hit him in the chest, but he held on to it.
Yeah.
His friends are proud of him. Oh yes.
Should be. Should be. Same direction, same result for Sylvester Joseph. Oh!
Dropped it.
He held on to the drink though, Kenny. Wasn't dropping that drink.
Didn't catch the ball, but he didn't lose his drink.
No. If you look at it, he's going there and look. Was thinking of, but he had the drink in his hand and he wasn't going to let that drink go.
99 the score.
This time it's going to the fielder and he takes the catch.
Yes, he does.
All right, so that's the end of Sylvester Joseph. Just going for one too many. And catch is taken on the mid-wicket boundary.
Bascom is the fielder, right on the ropes. This one, Sylvester Joseph.
Not timing it well.
Timing this one, hitting it really high. And good catch taken by Bascom. So Sylvester is gone. He's made 46. And
Dave Joseph is coming out.
Wasn't a bad innings by Sylvester Joseph. 46 from 16 deliveries. And he has put the Leeward Islands in a very commanding position here.
Yep, in a very good position.
The Antiguan Legends.
99 for 4 with Dave Joseph coming. And Dave Joseph.
Dave Joseph, 4 test matches. Only the 4 test matches.
Had that half century. Remember that half century that he made?
Yes.
You're foul, you know. You're foul. Just a little. Okay.
Just the 4 test matches against Australia. He made a half century in his first test. Never played again. So the 100 comes up for the Antiguan Legends.
100 for 4. Scoring at 7.32. Singles won't do it.
Well, then more based on what I'm looking at here, after 13 overs, the West Indies Masters, they were 91 for 6. So the Antigua Legends in a very good position to finish strongly here.
Quick single taken. Oh!
I am not certain about quick single. It was a single, but I don't know that it was quick. Looks like if they were running forever.
Didn't you see Dave Joseph sprint down there, Kenny Benjamin?
Is that a sprint or
look
he
at
ran
it,
down?
Look at it. He's there, took off, quick sprint.
Oh, that was a single. It wasn't a quick single.
After 14 overs.
The only thing was quick about that then was the ball returning to the keeper. Again, we see Philo Wallace shaking hands with...
Always good, Kenny Benjamin. They seem to be having a very good time.
Oh, yes. And I think that is a very good thing about this. You know, you get to see guys who you haven't seen for years and you know. And Willie Jacobs, typical Willie Jacobs shot. Straight down the ground.
4 runs to him.
That was one of his trademark shots.
Yep.
Again, good cricket there, Denmo. And the youngsters watching should hopefully understand what is happening here. You get a boundary, you get a single, that's
then
5.
Get off strike. Yep.
That very good cricket there.
5 without risk.
So that's 7 without risk.
Good? Good. Right back.
Not a single for Willie Jacobs. Does this type of cricket, Kenny Benjamin, this type of festival cricket, does it have a future?
I definitely think so. You know, it is very important for us to get some of these guys back out. And what it does too, then more, it actually stimulates some interest in some of the older players, and they may just want to go back and get involved. You know, they need it in West Indies cricket.
Continue to rotate the strike. These two.
If we get 2 youngsters who's out there running up and down, just want to play because they were here tonight, this game would have served its purpose.
Why aren't you playing today, Kenny Benjamin?
I just can't make the team. After Sir Viv got with his selectors and they selected the team, they felt that I was the best drinks carrier.
You certainly did a good job carrying those drinks.
Well, after one round on the field, I asked for the golf cart. It was a long walk. I'm not accustomed to that these days, and they refused to give me a golf cart. So that's why I'm here sitting down where it's nice and cool.
Certainly nice and cool up here.
Yes, but I do have my ankle damage. Then more, I got something heavy dropped on my ankle. I would have loved to play, you know, but I got myself hurt lifting something at home. But definitely I'll be fit for the next one.
Yep, and we look and see the colorful crowd, and they said it was a cooler fete. And we see the coolers all around. I wonder what's in those coolers, Kenny Benjamin.
Definitely not lemonade.
That lady there with that drink in her hand, that's not lemonade, Kenny Benjamin.
Very good turnout, a lot of coolers about. And so on.
It was advertised that way. Bring your blankets, bring your cooler. Come and have a good evening.
And they certainly did.
Fill it.
The stands as well. The stands below us then more heavily populated.
Yep,
very good turnout indeed.
They too having a good time.
After my stint, I will probably go down and share some of the goodies in 1 or 2 of those coolers.
Lucky you, Kenny Benjamin.
A lemonade here, iced tea here.
Catch it.
Pedro Collins has lost his run-up. He's now a left-arm spinner.
Very good versatility.
Overfield, around field. Okay, no problem.
You think they should be playing leg before in these matches?
Don't think so. And he's edged and caught behind, and Petro Collins doing his trademark celebration.
I believe he enjoyed that more than his first wicket because he was bowling spin, and there was some turn for him inside edge by Ridley Jacobs.
Flighted. Oh, good turn, bounce and turn.
Definitely some
Deceived
turn.
Ridley Jacobs all ends up.
Nice the cameo by Willie Jacobs coming to an end. 15 from 13 deliveries. New batsman is Hamish Anthony. Hamish now lives in St. Thomas, Virgin Islands. He's also played for the Masters. He's played three ODIs for the West Indies.
Yep. 1M. So we watch him as he's striding in to the crease. Didn't think that he probably would have been next.
Normally a very hard hit of the cricket ball. Not too sure about now.
Coming around 4 balls. 4 balls.
Hit it hard, but straight to the fielder. Out at that long on position. Just look at the spin from Pedro Collins. Left arm, flighted, turn, bounce, beautiful bowling.
Good catch as well by Junior Murray, moving to his right.
Definitely good cricket all around. And Pedro Collins looking at umpire Mark after that last delivery. But everybody is out there, broad smiles on their face, and that's so it should be. Everybody's happy. I'm happy. And we all should be happy with what's taking place here this evening. Do you think this might motivate a couple of the other legends, some probably who have not been out in a while, to come out for the next one?
Certainly, I think when they realize the amount of fun that the guys had, you know, even though it looks competitive, it's a very friendly atmosphere for the players. I don't think there is no pressure, guys just having a good time. But the cricket looks competitive and enjoyable enough, so this huge crowd is having a very good time here.
Certainly.
So a couple of spectator catches as well. So everyone is involved, you know. Spectators taking catches and retrieving balls and ducking and nodding away from some of those big hits. Hamish Anthony attempt to push for 2, but Dave Joseph showed no intent whatsoever.
None whatsoever.
Very early, he must have said, cut it out, Hamish.
And he's out. So he was jumping down the track to that one, missing it completely. And Dave Joseph goes.
Very clever bit of stumping there by Junior Murray. Very, very neat bit of stumping there. Ball passing between the batsman and the stump, so no chance of it being a wide.
Didn't take it cleanly, but once he got a hold of it, neat work by Junior Murray behind the stumps.
Gavin Tong is the new man.
So Gavin Tong taking strike.
Right arm over. Right arm over. 3 balls ball.
Definitely should see some exciting cricket here. Gavin Tong, known to be a big hitter. I'm sure he would want to continue
Entertain the crowd
the
a little bit.
entertainment.
Go ahead, go ahead.
What? Hamish Anthony pushing for 2 there and coming back for it.
And the Philo Wallace just retrieved.
You've been really hard on Philo this evening, Kenny.
No, he's playing a very important role. He's a retriever.
Down to Philo again, and he's chasing around that boundary. Get in there.
I think someone needs to take him a bottle of water after those 2 bit of fielding there.
Just look at this bit of feeling from Philo Wallace.
Definitely.
After 17 overs.
Good, clean pickup, Kenny Benjamin. And watch this release. Beautiful.
Definitely deserve a bottle of water. Just 31 from Sorici and 46 from Sylvester Joseph. New ball is going to be Sherwin Campbell as we
So just 3 overs left.
So from 18 deliveries,
You need 55 runs. Is it possible, Kenny Benjamin?
anything is possible.
Go man, go anything. Right arm over. Right, man. Like, get close. Right arm over, yeah. Catch it! Fill up!
Gavin Tong gets a boundary.
And Philo retrieves again. With a big over, then more, it could be interesting. But Gavin Tong will certainly have a go.
He's bowled. Missing and bowled.
Yes, spin, yes, spin, yes, spin, spin the ball, man, Ganga. Ganga.
Sherwin Campbell there just going wide and just slowing this one up. And Gavin Tong beat him with a lack of pace.
Into the shot. Far too early.
So Kerry Jeremy now comes to the crease. Gavin Tong was the man that just got out. Kerry Jeremy walking to the crease.
Right arm over, 2 ball. Have a go. Okay. Have a go, buddy. Have a go. Yeah, fill out.
And Philo Wallace chasing around again.
I'm happy they said chase and you didn't say sprint.
I like the fly, Campbell. I love the fly, Campbell. I love the pace, Campbell.
Hamish Anthony. Oh, dropped by Bascom.
And Sherwin Campbell hits the ground with his hat.
should be upset.
Just having some fun there, Sherwin.
Let's look at this one again.
Really swing at this one.
Oh, straight through his hands. I would have been upset too, Kenny.
This one definitely is gone. Ooh! And the crowd over there ducking and diving this one. So 140, the score. The equation a little closer to home than more. 36. 36 to get from 12 deliveries. And I'm sure we will definitely see Kerry, Jeremy, and Hamish continue to go hard at these last couple of overs there, Zorel.
I'm sure Hamish Anthony certainly wants to take strike, getting into his zone 2-6s of the last 2 deliveries he's faced. But all in all, Kenneth, a very good evening. Very, very nostalgic evening and well supported.
The thing here, the guys had fun. I'm sure everybody really appreciated the effort. The crowd seems very warm towards the players and towards the effort. So that's a success.
I think the excitement of it all, I heard a song playing earlier. I want to suggest to you that the crowd are asking that Seviv comes at the end. I heard that Seviv Richards song playing. 67 and counting is Seviv. He has promised that he'll be ready for the next game. He'll get fit.
Well, I promise I'll be ready for the next game as well.
I think Denmo said, as a teacher, a promise is a comfort to a fool. Sorry, Kenneth.
Are you saying Viv won't get fit for the next game, Zara?
Well, he left you out of the 11 today. So that was an early indication.
No, I wasn't left out of the 11. I was never in the 11.
But all in all, the West Indies Players Foundation, West Indies Players Association, Cricket West Indies can be very pleased about tonight's event.
I think so. I think, barring the results, definitely this is what they were looking for. It is the start of something that I'm sure they're going to continue. The crowd has been very supportive. They've been entertained. The players were very good in terms of coming out to support, and everyone had a good time, and definitely a successful evening.
When we consider West Indies players, former players, Hamish Anthony looking to end the event with some flourish. 6 runs there.
Yes, that was a huge hit. That was a huge hit there.
I want to mention, though, Kenneth, that early in the year here in Antigua, we certainly did our part to support Ralston Otto, a former first-class player, former record-holding first-class cricket. And we certainly did our part to ensure that we supported him. We started an initiative. It's good to see events like these.
Exactly, and again, just like with the Ralston event, the crowd came out to support tonight.
Come on.
People will always be sympathetic to causes, especially people who have represented you.
Roll him.
Campbell enjoying himself. The end of this game is coming. We're in the 20th over. Antigua Legends have lost their 8th wicket. Hamish Anthony bowled for 25, a couple of big sixes. Good strikes, but Sherwin Campbell certainly enjoying the last laugh.
Definitely. The last man in will be Anthony Martin.
We see the dismissal. Not so sure about that arm, Kenneth. I think Sherwin Campbell looks as if he may have exceeded that 15 degrees.
You reckon he should be reviewed? Sherwin Campbell is action.
Very suspicious.
Very suspicious action there, suggested by Zoral Bartley. We'd love to see that again. That bowl down, that arm of Sherwin Campbell.
Walk me through it, Kenneth. Walk us through it.
Here we go. Definitely try to bowl a Dusha, and I think that the ICC have a part to play here. I will be reporting this to the match officials.
The man with energy, Anthony I. Roots Martin, played a few ODIs for the West Indies.
And the 150 is up for the Antiguan legends.
Eight wickets down, number 10, so it means that Curtly Ambrose has been relegated to the number 11 position.
I am not too sure about relegated, or he's batting in his rightful position.
That's the end of the game. The West Indies legends have won the game by 24 runs. 151 for 8 after 20 overs is what the Antigua legends end up at. But certainly handshakes all around. An evening, a good evening, enjoyed by all. Good support, the players had fun. No one pulled up. Philo Wallace certainly did the mileage. And I'm sure the West Indies Players Association.
Yes.
Cricket West Indies.
And Ian Bishop, who was looking for bowl an over or two, didn't. So good fun, good game, and definitely a successful evening based on what the whole initiative was all about.
Yeah, and hopefully, this leads into what will happen starting Thursday. The first test match of the series, West Indies versus India. It comes on the heels of the Weeper CWI Awards last evening. A very nice affair, aired live. And so hopefully the crowd will come out to support the test match. Your thoughts, Denmo?
Yep, certainly a good crowd, a good event. Very, very well supported, very good cricket played. When you have over 325 runs made in the evening, the crowd would have really had a good evening from both sides. And it's always good when you see some players that you've not seen for a long time back out, when you look and see the smiles on the faces and the camaraderie that is taking place. If you look at Sir Curtly there in the handshake, how he looks so happy and so jovial. Kenny Benjamin has made his escape from here just to go down to join it. So we're gonna have a look at the highlights in a short while, but they're really everybody, the handshakes, the crowd would have come out tonight. They bought the event. It was dubbed as Bring Your Cooler and your towel event. Come and sit on the lawn and enjoy an evening of cricket. And we saw the young, we saw the old, we saw everybody having a good time. And then again, we saw very, very good turnout. And I think that the folks who organized this event would be very happy with the turnout and with the support that they would have gotten from the Antiguan public.
Yeah, just to see the former players, long in the tooth, but certainly with good memories of having played for a number of years together, having toured, having played for the West Indies, and just to see them come out this evening and just relax in this atmosphere, to enjoy the affair. Sir Vivian Richards, obviously the idol, the icon, the legend. He would have been one of the trailblazers to most of these young players. And to get the opportunity to mingle with Sir Viv and just in a relaxed atmosphere, in such a surrounding as the Coolidge Cricket Ground, we couldn't have asked for a better evening.
Certainly, and this venue lends itself to this type of event. It's not too many stands around. You have the one main stand and then you have the berms. And so, we just have a look here at the batting card for the Antiguan legends. And 31 from Richie Richardson, rolling back the years.
Sylvester Joseph, 16 deliveries for 46, the highlight of the Antigua Legends innings.
Of course, Hamish Anthony with a 25. Dylan bowling 3 overs there and for 11 runs. Very economical. Pedro Collins having 2 wickets there from his 4.
And he certainly would have enjoyed the catch, getting the dismissal of Ridley Jacobs, bowling left arm spin.
And Darrin Ganga for certain, having a good evening all round.
Secretary of the West Indies Players Association, Patterson Thompson, the former West Indies fast bowler. Kerry Jeremy, Dave Joseph, Sir Richie Richardson.
Ian Bishop.
The Twin Towers, Curtly Ambrose and Ian Bishop. Hamish Anthony, Ridley Jacobs coming into the picture. Eldine Baptiste, recent West Indies selector. Just so much history, so much memory. It has really been a good evening. You know, animated Curtly Ambrose as usual. Pedro Collins, Shipwreck Joseph and Mervyn Dillon. You know, it brings you back a lot of goosebumps, and a really good evening as we see the vehicles and the spectators begin to leave. We see the spectators mingling also, because I'm sure they're looking for autographs and for a chat. The 3 J's, Jacobs, Joseph, and Joseph. As Roland Holder comes into the picture. As we look at the wickets for the Antigua Legends. Austin Richards caught a deep mid-wicket.
Just picking that one man out, Austin Richards. This one, a flighted delivery, done Sir Richie Richardson. Really straining him on that occasion. Sylvester Joseph not timing this one well, hitting it down the throat of Miles Bascom.
Played well though, 46 from 16 deliveries. Really hit some big ones.
Pedro Collins with bounce and turn. Oh, and really outdoing Ridley Jacobs there. And a good catch too by Junior Murray behind the stumps. And this one is a stumping for Dave Joseph. Running past it. And again, good work by Junior Murray. Quick hands. Flicking the bails off.
Sherwin Campbell with that action. Low and jerky.
And yes.
Bold Gavin Tongue.
So, the players just continue to mingle. They continue to
I would
talk
love to
each
be in
other.
the middle of that conversation between Sir Curtly and Ian Bishop. A lot of energy. Roland Holder is in the middle of it also. Austin Richards Jr. on the left side of the picture. They played 1 T20 for the West Indies.
And of course, we see Sticky Wicket Restaurant that is off in the distance.
151 for 8 is what the Antigua Legends ended at. The target was 176. I think they got off to a slower start than they would have wanted. Sir Richie Richardson ate up quite a number of deliveries at the top of the order.
Himself and Wilden Cornwall at the top.
Sylvester Joseph's 46 from 16. Anthony, Hamish Anthony, 25 from 13.
And of course, the bowling card. Pedro Collins would be happy with his returns. Darrin Ganga a bit expensive from his 4, but he got 2 wickets. And of course, Sherwin Campbell at the end with those 2 wickets as well. Danny Ram bowled very well, coming in some tight overs, and Mervyn Dillon at the top as well.
Let's just remind the local supporters to get out and get your tickets. Pick up your tickets for Thursday's game. First test match, West Indies versus India. Starts on Thursday at 9:30. And the local spectators, I'm sure, have that added incentive of the possibility of Rakeem Jimbo Cornwall making his international debut. In front of the home fans, he would turn out to be the first Antiguan to make a debut on home soil.
Quite a number of the fans here in Antigua Barbuda are hoping that the selectors find favor with Rakeem Cornwall, picking him in that final 11 for that first test match against India on Thursday. You tend to think that if he is selected in that squad to face India, especially in that final 11, should look to sell out that stadium up at the North Sound.
Certainly does, you know, so much history on the field. Gavin Tongue and Sir Vivian Richards. as we wait and prepare for the presentation ceremony. The players continue to mingle. A great evening had by all. Spectators came out and supported the West Indies players, former players foundation. Sir Viv certainly always has a word for the young fellas. They would have all come up wanting to be like Sir Viv and having the opportunity to share the stage. Kerry Jeremy, Ridley Jacobs, Roland Holder, Sir Richie, Sir Curtly, Ian Bishop. What an evening it has been. Cricket West Indies and the West Indies Players Association can certainly be proud. Operations Manager of the West Indies Cricket Board, Cricket West Indies, Roland Holder. ICC Match Referee, Richie Richardson. Cricketing legend, Sir Curtly Ambrose, came in and gave us a piece of his mind in the box with us this evening. Ian Bishop, internationally renowned, and the MCC, and the MC, the host of last night's Weeper Award ceremony, did a very good job. Sir Curtly, always animated, always makes a point, talks with his hands. Weldon Cornwall, Kenneth Benjamin, our counterpart, certainly gave his views this evening. Sylvester Bouncing Joseph, captain of the 1998 West Indies under-19s team, and captain West Indies in one game on the tour of Sri Lanka in 2005. Former West Indies captain Sir Richie Richardson. It's just been such a great evening. Everyone has come out, everyone has had a good time. It's been good to see the old players. Winston Benjamin.
Quite a number of the fans have stayed around. They're not in any rush to go anywhere.
We saw there Mark Chesney Simon in grey. We just saw Mark Chesney, and the crowd, they're still hanging around, not looking to move forward, not ready to go home. Just finished Carnival, the Antiguan spectators and supporters, and so bringing the energy here this evening to this Coolidge Cricket Ground right next to the airport.
And this is a very, very good place to play cricket. And you look and you see.
Second Antiguan to play for the West Indies, Sir Vivian Richards. And it's like no one wants this evening to end. There's a lot of conversation. Roots Martin with Kerry Jeremy and Ridley Jacobs. And when you consider Antigua Barbuda, a total of 170 square miles, to have produced all these West Indies players in such a short period of time, in a few decades, approximately 17, 18, and hoping by the end of the week, the 19th one in Rakeem Cornwall. Certainly a proud cricketing history,
Certainly.
Antigua and Barbuda.
And you can just look on the face of that youngster there in the back there, just watching
Kerry Jeremy's son is.
And just you can see how proud he looks to be standing there as Kerry Jeremy speaks to some of the legends.
Darrin Ganga certainly had a good evening.
Certainly.
Played really well. Looks as if he could still...
Would have been my pick for the man of the match.
I think he certainly will be. Again, everyone still mingling. Seth Burton, our counterpart, is out there. Patterson Thompson, secretary of the Weeper, keeping busy, getting everything ready. His young daughter trailing him. We've really had a good evening, Denmore. Sunil Daniram, awarded by Weeper last night as an outstanding player and staying on to play in the game, lives in the New York area these days. Darrin Ganga and Sylvester Joseph, counterparts. members of that 1998 West Indies under-19s team would have been their first representation at the West Indies level. Junior Murray coming into the picture, sharing a joke with Sir Curtly. Had a good evening this evening, Junior. I thought he looked fit. And Waver Hines, president of the West Indies Players Association. Enoch Lewis, director of the West Indies Cricket Board, and one of the finest of Cricket West Indies. Enoch Lewis, a director and president of the Leeward Islands Cricket Association. One of the finest batsmen to have come out of Antigua. Then we see other sponsors. McDonald from Jumbibe, I think he is. Philo Wallace, a member of the West Indies Legends, in the background. Pedro Collins, Sherwin Campbell, Roland Holder, Ian Bishop, Sir Viv in the background. As we look at the Antiguan Legends with Clancy Mack, former international umpire, on the right-hand side. An animated Anthony Martin, Gavin Tong, Ridley Jacobs. Such an evening, you can continue to call the names, roll them off your tongues. We've certainly had a good evening.
Definitely.
And we hope that it's the beginning of many more.
Definitely a good evening all around for cricket, and the foundation would be very happy with the results that would have taken place here today. The cricket that was played, the turnout from the crowd, and of course the way things went down on a whole, they would be very, very, very happy about that. We're just standing by for the presentation ceremony. It will be coming up shortly as the players just continue to hang around and just continue to mingle.
What's your main takeaway from this evening, Denmore?
I think the fact that we got to see some nostalgia, we got to see some of the legends of the game, some people who would have done well for themselves over time, being back together, the camaraderie they showed with each other, the cricket, the fact that they still had the cricketing ability, and all of that. And I think that's the festive atmosphere. They were all smiles around. Nobody wanted to leave, because it left all the people who would have come here this evening in a very, very festive mood. And I think this is the start of a very good initiative, and something that should be continued.
And certainly carried through the islands, because the West Indies cricket has so much history. You know, imagine an event like this nature and a big population like Trinidad. And now we go down to join the presentation party, Seth Burton.
I want to see the guests in the back.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the post-match presentation ceremony of the T20 legendary match between Antigua and Barbuda legends and the West Indies All-Star legends. The West Indies Retired Players Foundation would like to thank the following sponsors: Liat 1974 Limited, Cricket West Indies, Jumbi Bay Island, Antigua and Barbuda Tourism Authority, Starfish Halcyon Cove Resort, Sign Pro, Unique Group Advertising, AOJ Printing, Outdoor Media, Hawkeye Security, the Royal Police Force of Antigua and Barbuda, EMS Antigua, Super Diamond and Chicky, and the volunteers for their time of service. At this moment, I would like to introduce the presentation party. Mr. Trevor MacDonald, Director of Residences at Jumbibe Island. Mr. Enoch Lewis, President of the Leeward Islands Cricket Association and Director of Cricket West Indies. Mr. Waver Hines, Chairman of WEPA. Mr. Patterson Thompson, chairman of the West Indies Retired Players Foundation. And we also have Mr. Kerry Mulloway, representative of Liat 1974 Limited. At this moment, I would like to introduce Sir Viv Richards, the captain of the Antigua Barbuda Legends team. Sir Viv, can you please come? From West Indies captain, it must have been a tremendous moment to witness what has happened here today.
I think it's a great night, and why I think it's a great night is for what involved and the whole initiative in itself. Patterson Thompson for his belief and his organization, and everyone else who we see here on the podium, not so on the podium but on the ground. You know, it's been a great night, and I hope that there is some potential moving forward in terms of the things that can be achieved.
And as we look forward for those potentials, perhaps the fans would ask, when would Sir Viv show on the field?
Well, I'm the non-playing captain tonight. We're taking a format from tennis and also golf. But the guys did well. I must appreciate the guys for doing so well. And if you look at some of the guys themselves, you know, playing days, we were a little bit better shape than you see some of the guys now. You know, but it's all nostalgic stuff, and I'm happy to be part of that.
Yourself and Sir Andy Roberts must be proud that after you guys started the road for Antiguans playing for the West Indies, you have more than a full 11 now.
Well, that's good. It goes to show you that even though we're small, we're Talawa.
Talawan strong. Congratulations, even though your team did not win tonight.
Let me just also say to our guests, you know, who have come from other parts of the region to be part of this whole ceremony itself. Thank you guys, and come back again. We love you.
One love. At this moment, we would like to invite the representative of the West Indies All-Star. We apologize for the absence of standing captain Jimmy Adams, who has another engagement. So we'd just like to invite Representative Keith Arterton. Keith, back again in the colors with your colleagues.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here once again. It's always nice to be with the guys after being away from cricket for such a long time. I think that we should play a lot more of these games so that the guys can interact at times and you know, share the good times in those days where we had such a wonderful time playing in the past.
Congratulations to you and the team.
Thank you very much.
Well, tonight's man of the match, there were some outstanding performances in general. We saw Sylvester Joseph on the Antigua Barbuda team. We also saw Miles Bascom doing exceptionally well for the West Indies Legends. But the man who stood out tonight, according to our adjudicator, who is Warren Richardson, he suggested that Darrin Ganga, scoring 77 runs, 44 balls, 6 fours and 4 sixes. Darrin, can you please come and say a few words? He would receive the presentation from Mr. McDonald. Darrin, well, you have just won 2 nights for 2 at Jumbibi Island. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. And more importantly, I will return to Antigua and Barbuda, such a beautiful country.
Excellent. Were you practicing somewhere?
Not really, to be honest. I'd played 1 previous match for the year. Myself and Brian Lara, we play a game in my community, so this was just turning up and expressing myself. Happy that it came off, and I came good for my team after we struggled a little bit earlier. But I think more importantly, overall what we achieved in terms of being a part of this game and representing the West Indies Retired Players Foundation and raising some funds for retired players. I think that's the significance, and I'd like to congratulate both teams for being a part of it.
And congratulations, and continue to support the cause.
Thank you very much.
Darrin Ganga, former captain of the Trinidad and Tobago team, he would also sign the ball. There are a few other presentations which we would like to make. Firstly, memorabilia for the umpires. At this moment, I would like to call on Patterson Thompson to make the umpires' presentation. And the umpires for today's game, Clancy Mack, former international umpire, and Bertil Baltimore, former Antigua Barbuda wicketkeeper batsman turned umpire. This moment, the members of the Antigua Barbuda Legends who would have represented the West Indies would receive their awards from Mr. Enoch Lewis, President of the Leeward Islands Cricket Association and Director of the West Indies Cricket Board. As your names are called, you would please come forward. Sir Viv Richards, Sir Anderson Roberts, Sir Richie Richardson, Sir Curtly Ambrose, Eldine Baptist, Ridley Jacobs, Sylvester Joseph, Dave Joseph, Anthony Martin, Austin Richards Jr., Kenneth Benjamin, Winston Benjamin, Kerry Jeremy, Hamish Anthony, and Gavin Tom. Please give them a round of applause. So these are memorabilia from the West Indies Retired Players Foundation. The foundation is also presenting memorabilia for those who have, from the West Indies Legends team, represented West Indies in all three formats. We apologize for the absence of Jimmy Adams, so someone can please come and collect on behalf of Jimmy Adams. Roland Holder, Junior Murray, Keith Arterton, Sherwin Campbell, Darrin Ganga, Ian Bishop, Pedro Collins, Robert Haynes, Mervyn Dillon, Nix McLean, Patterson Thompson, Philo Wallace, and Miles Bascom. Suresh Daniram. At this moment, we'd like to invite Chairman of the West Indies Retired Player Foundation, Mr. Patterson Thompson, to give the vote of thanks.
Good night, Antigua. And from the bottom of my heart, I thank Antigua for coming out and supporting this effort tonight on behalf of the West Indies Retired Players Foundation. Thank you, Antigua. You have shown up, and let's support West Indies on Thursday when we take on India. I would like to say thank you to all of my sponsors, Liat 1974 Limited, Jumbie Bay, Cricket West Indies. Hold on a minute. Antigua and Barbuda Tourism Authority, Starfish, Halcyon Cove Resort, Sign Pro, Unique Group Advertising, AOJ Printing, Outdoor Media, Hawkeye Security, the Royal Antigua Barbuda Police Force, EMS Antigua, DJ Super Diamond and Chicky, and all the volunteers and their time and services. We could not have done it without you. Nelly, Fawaz, Josette, Crystal, thank you very much. Dario, thank you very much. Weeper, could not have done it without you. So, without any further ado, let's have some music and enjoy the rest of the night. Thank you for coming.
There we have it, the presentation ceremony concluded. Nostalgic presentations to the Antigua legends, to the West Indies legends, and certainly a night where everyone came out, supported, enjoyed themselves, and as Patterson Thompson, Secretary of the West Indies Players Association, said, he just wanted to say welcome. He just wanted to say thank you. He very appreciative. And the highlight of the evening, the man of the match, Darrin Ganga.
And we just want to say, we just want to say thank you very much to everyone, all the commentators who came through this evening to support this event as well. Here in Antigua and Barbuda, we're going to leave you with some of the magic from man of the match, Darrin Ganga, some of the beauty he brought to this game. And we just want to say thank you very much. And we're bidding you goodbye from the Coolidge Cricket Ground here in Antigua and Barbuda.